Check me out now. Return of the smooth operator. Shotty on repeat. I say sleep later. This another favor. Consider me your neighbor. Lost a lot of fam in pursuit of the paper. She gon' catch the vapors when we slide by. The way I speak my mind, it's like I peak my prime, but I ain't close. I cruise through the night air. Fantasy a dream. Real royal is a nightmare. Like Claire battling the brainless. Learn to live shameless. Talk about me alive, but claim that I'm nameless. You aimless. So I'ma style on them. They washed up. It's a rap. Throw the towel on them. Gaining miles on them. Otakus for the win. Tacos, it depend on the mood that I'm in. Like Finn when it's time for adventure. This some new blue. Get ready to enter my mind for a few. Come and take a ride with the crew. I'ma show you how to recoup days lost when you vibe with the blue. Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. About time to regroup. Fly, got my eyes on the view. Never hear lies, only truth. Realize why they vibe with the blue. Vibe with the blue. Vibe with the blue. Yeah. Vibe with the blue. 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 Vibe with the vibe with the sky. Wait, you know the rest. I'm blessed. I see you frontin' like you ain't impressed, but I still get requests. I'm playing Zelda on the GameCube. I quit spamming my music. Don't ever try forcing the links. That's a high rule. The wind waker, Mother Nature on my side too, controlling the elements. Go and check my avatar. I'm arrows ahead. Get the point. Moving forward. The battle scars accumulated over time are reminders of what I went through as a minor, but made me a grinder. The trees broke down for this loose leaf. If life's a game of death, I'm loosely, ooh wee. Lose sleep on the regular, trying to get this word out. Then I crashed Nebula. Wish I had a very odd parent, maybe two, but it's cool. Everybody pays dues. Now it's time to make moves. Granny didn't raise me to lose. Think I'm in the mood for a cruise. Wonder why? Come and vibe with the blue. Come 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 vibe with the. Check this out, y'all. I'm back spazzing like the elderly worth of my cousin Beverly. Never swear away from the truth. Just ask Heather, be weather, be tripping, starting to control like our destiny. Always give you the best of me until the death of me. My weaponry is a paintbrush. Hush, don't tell my secret. They get a hold of it. If you leak it, get it. As usual. It's cool. Got you covered though, look. But let me get back to that cool-ish, loose-ish. Why they still lying? They don't do this. Bad at board games, whole world clueless. Selling they soul for roof Chris. Who's this honored fella? Need a sliced extra mozzarella. Crew fly, leg guy propellers. Humanity born like they don't trust fun. Why you dodge to tell her? You don't know, but my odds are better. Life's a gamble, depending on who holding the cards. You can start living at large or it's bon voyage. Charge it to the game. Me and you ain't the same. I'm thinking bigger pictures. Why you still shrinking the frame? Ever blink in the rain? It helps when your eyes dry. Mob with the bright minds. Think you funny, wise guy? Midnight marauder with a new tribe. Tired of the fake. Come and vibe with the blue sky. Come vibe with the blue sky. I'm proud of you, try. We get them high. Take them high. What I do, come vibe with the blue. Yeah. Come vibe with the blue. Abs, what up? Vibe with the. Wise grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple eyes. You can't see me, you Stevie. Wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Dream on, yeah. Dream on, dream weaver. Dream weaver.
Too fucking Hollywood.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's your boy, Ernie Blerd Without Fear, back in the building. I got the homie with me right now. Carter Presents in the building. What's good, pimp?
What is good? White, black, Hispanic, all kind of colors of America.
Yeah.
Good week. I think we got some good weather on Ernie's end, so no more technical difficulties. So this should be a nice, wholesome. This should be an all-around good show this week.
We can only hope. We can only hope is what I'm gonna say here, but I don't want to jinx it. Is basically what I'm getting at here. But now that I can actually do this, I can actually. I forgot. I almost had you back up as Carter Spawn.
Hey now. Hey. Resurrection is a thing. Thank you very much. I don't want to talk about my past.
He's like, this man, Lord, oh my God, dude, what is going on? Lord, have mercy.
I know, right?
Look, right off rip, we have already got motherfuckers coming in hot, with the super chats. Man, we appreciate you. Thank you so much, because we know it's the lifeblood of the channel. Hopefully, no issues, no technical difficulties this week. Inclement weather kind of fucked us, last week, but we should be good now. I say that I have now jinxed the show. That said, let's do some housekeeping, real quick. We have some church announcements, that probably need to go out. Some church announcements that probably need to go out. Some of you, many of you, may remember, a little promo that I did for, Urbana, which is a black-owned comic book venture that focuses on telling black stories about black superheroes and comic book characters from a black perspective with an anime manga vibe to it. Some of you may or may not remember that. I will definitely like to remind you that these guys are still out here. I know the mixtape volume 1 they did for Twitch. That was a thing that went down, I believe it was last month, or no, earlier this month, I believe. They're actually doing another one. They're actually doing announcements and stuff for tomorrow. And we'll get into that here. We'll get into that here probably in a little bit. They're gonna be dropping, I believe, is gonna be for the final day of Black History Month, which for those who don't know, that'll be tomorrow. And they're gonna be dropping another kind of surprise listening party tomorrow at I believe it's gonna be around 6 p.m. Eastern. So, but once I get some more details, I'll kind of clue you guys in on and let you know what's going on. It's like I've seen the books, and they are awesome. I've gotten some early looks at everything, and dude, it's great stuff. It is just chef's kiss, beautiful, beautificus. But that said.
we got to get these out the way now.
I'm already seeing it. I was like, Lord have mercy, man. Look, and I just want to point out, like, I was like, oh yeah, man, we're gonna have a short show today. We ain't really got that much to talk about. And it's like, psych. Psych. Let's go ahead and kick it off with the first one that I see before me. That's Monumental Comics with the $5 super chat, which actually kind of ties into what we are actually about to do. We're about to talk about says Calvin went from the register at McDonald's to Superman promotion. Come on, Calvin Ellis, Lord. Yo, look, and you see, this is how you know And I ain't calling out monumental because I can't say shit because my ass is old too. But this is how you know you done came up old school. What you know about Calvin getting a job at McDonald's. Lord, everybody in the neighborhood was congratulating Calvin for getting a job working the fries at McDonald's. I was like, Lord, why? Why are they congratulating this kid for getting a McJob? Lord, I mean, I guess it's better than the alternative. But damn.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. Man, we got... Thank you for that, homie. R. Jack Fellhead with the $5 super chat says, it'll never happen, but it'd be amazing to get Sunshine Superman on a Superman movie. Look, actually, literally, right before we started this, Carter was telling me about how Sunshine Superman just got the brakes beat off his ass in DC Future State. See, this is how you know we can't have nice things. This is how you know we can't have shit. Look, how many... There's like, what, 3 or 4 different versions of Superman out there just running around that are black, and every last single one of them, they either missing, they either went to the store to get a pack of cigarettes and never came back, or they dead, or they got the shit beat out of them and been beaten to obscurity. That's how they do us, man. That's how they do us. But I would not mind.
Died in the fucking Suicide Squad book we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. I think that was a
it was Sunshine, but no, I wasn't even meaning him. There was another one. I think it was Val Zod. I think he was on the team with Peacemaker. He gets clapped at the end of the book.
Oh, wait. Was his costume blue and silver?
No, they changed it up. So this one was black and red.
Black and red? Oh, I don't know who that was.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been Val Zod. Shit, you never know. But
no, I think they said his name. That's how. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's how you usually tell apart. So like Calvin Ellis, his suit is blue with a gold trim.
Mm-hmm. I remember
Val
him
Zod
from
Multiversity.
Multiversity. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's one Grant Morrison came up with, and then you got Val Zod. His is blue with the silver trim.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's his face? I'm trying to remember. Goddamn it. There's actually
Rico Suave Superman. So Rico Suave Superman, I think that would be the Superman from fucking Gods and Monsters.
Dude, yeah.
I wish they came out with a sequel for that fucking movie.
Dude,
I like that movie.
Oh my god.
We still get more super chats. Good job.
Oh Lord, they are coming in. Look, well they got was Sunshine Superman's from Earth 47. There's another Superman. Oh, I'm trying to remember because there's actually several black Supermen. But they all the rub is that they come from different Earths. That's kind of how they. That's just kind of how they do it. But let's see. I'm trying to think. Trying to remember. There's another one, and I can't think of that motherfucker's name. I cannot for the life of me think of that motherfucker's name because it's more than just Calvin Ellis and Val Zod and Sunshine and so on and so forth. There's another one whose name is escaping me at the moment, but I'll be here all day trying to remember it. Anyway, let's keep it pushing. The T1000 just came through with a $12 super chat. Good Lord, didn't even say anything, just out here. Much appreciated. And then, of course, we have got another one here. We got the homie Eric Morgan coming through with a $20 super chat. Says, sir, I haven't heard a well-placed wash your damn hands in a few months, and it's left me with something of a void. Now is not the time for complacency. You are providing a public service here. This comment paid for by the Hellfire Trading Company.
No, Eric, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm gonna say thank you for that 20 bomb, but at the same time, if you need a bald head black man to tell you to wash your goddamn hands, that's a whole nother problem. It's a whole nother problem, sir.
Well, you know what? Honestly, I may have to start doing it again because motherfuckers out here fucking up. Look, I just started. Look, wow. I stopped saying it, and we started getting COVID spikes. I mean, shit. I don't know. Maybe I need to say some shit. I don't know. Do I? Do I need to start saying this shit again? Do I need to come out as the public health service to come out and start reminding these motherfuckers to do the shit that they was taught to do when they was kids? Because if I got to, I'll do it. Because I was watching. I was paying attention. I noticed it when I stopped saying that shit. From the time I stopped saying it, from the time I was saying it to the time I stopped up to now, we didn't have COVID spikes like a motherfucker. And I'm just like, dude, what's going on? There's a whole ass vaccine out. Y'all ain't got y'all shit together yet? Okay, cool. All right. So what y'all telling me is I ain't leaving the house. Cool. All right. I ain't leaving the house. Cool. Good to know. Good talk. We got one from Jason Davis. $10 super chat says, would you say a black Superman is redundant? Asking because someone mentioned it in Facebook. Just wanted your opinion. I don't agree with that sentiment, in parentheses. Why would a black... Okay, so here's the thing. So here's why I say a black Superman is not redundant. It is because Superman, in and of himself, is Kryptonian. Kryptonians are proven to have a physiology that is compatible with Earth to the point to make them superhuman. But Krypton is destroyed, so therefore there shouldn't be that many Kryptonians running around. However, all of these Supermen come from different Earths. They come from Earths where Clark Kent ain't a thing. They are the Superman of their universe, and that's why I don't think it's redundant. Now, if it was one of those situations where all these Supermen came from the same Earth, okay, sure. I would be like, I see where you're coming from. But it's about as redundant as there being a Flash in every universe. It's as redundant as there being an Aquaman or a Batman or a whatever in every universe. Hell, the way I look at it, shit, Spider-Man. There's a Spider-Man in every Earth in the multiverse, and hell, in some parts of the multiverse, there are 3 of them just running around just because in the same planet. And ain't nobody said shit. Look, one of them had a whole ass movie and a video game just come out, and they literally just let Peter just go ahead and pass the torch on over to him. Lord have mercy. Yeah, I just thought about something. I'm out here fucking up. I'm gonna actually move this down, or maybe no, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. Fuck. Anyway, I'll move it next time it becomes relevant. But I call myself doing something trying to be slick, and it just doesn't work now that I'm looking at it. Damn. Anyway, the Purple Lord Leo announced with the 1996 super chat, which was a good year. That was a good year. Says Cavill Ellis, hashtag for the win, maybe. Hashtag keep it blurred. Hashtag
WandaVision.
Oh, WandaVision 8. There you go. WandaVision. There
you go.
Look at you, man. Look at Carter with the big brain. And I sure as fuck did not see that shit coming. It says WandaVision 8 was just okay exposition dump. We didn't need all that for a name drop, but the info provided was in fact fire. I disagree. Anyway, that said, I thought the episode was fantastic. Y'all need to quit. Look, I love how we went from WandaVision being a show that y'all motherfuckers was making fun of and saying was bad. And then we got to episode 3 or 4. Then y'all motherfuckers was like, oh man, the show lit. Oh my God. And then one episode come out that didn't meet your expectations. Yo, high ass expectations for a show you already had low expectations for. And now suddenly the episode ain't as good. Oh,
Here's
they falling off.
Here's the thing though. Episode 8 was an exposition dump, though.
It was an exposition. Well, but here's the thing,
it was good.
It was a good exposition dump. Well, I mean, here's the thing, though. We really haven't had an episode, I think, since episode 4 that was an exposition dump. And the thing is, I think what a lot of people aren't recognizing is, y'all know we only got one more episode left, right?
Yeah, I think more so what it was people wanted, with how that last episode ended, they just want that shit turned up for these last 2. That's no.
I know what it was. They wanted an answer that they didn't get.
See, that's what you've been saying that shit for the past. You've said that shit for the past 2 days.
Yeah. Oh,
you
yeah. No.
Swear that's what it is.
Oh, I know that's what it is. Because, look, I didn't see motherfuckers on there. Man, I was so disappointed with. We'll talk about it here in a minute. I don't want to talk about it right now.
Yep.
Anyway, moving along. But I didn't see it. I didn't see motherfuckers get hot. Like, oh yeah, no. I know who it's gonna be. I know she gonna say it. And then next thing you know, she don't say it. Now y'all motherfuckers.
I'm just saying it was good. It was. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say what he said. It was okay. It was fine. It was an exposition dump, but that
ain't nothing wrong with the exposition dump.
It was fine. Nothing's wrong with it. I'm just saying it was all right. It was all right.
Ain't nothing wrong with the exposition dump. Sometimes you need that because you
it
know
was
what.
Just coming,
I'm gonna tell you what.
It was coming off of the. Go ahead.
No. I'm gonna tell you what. If they didn't do it in the series, and let's say they just went ahead and ramped it up, and then you got to the end, and they just kept it ramped up, motherfuckers that came back and said, "Well, I really wish they would have explained more of this."
Yeah. I'm just saying I understand his opinion of it was just okay and it was an exposition dump. I don't agree with the we didn't need out of so and so. I don't agree with that. Yeah. I didn't mind an exposition dump.
Yeah. Sometimes you need them.
But I'm just saying like, it was all right. Just coming off that last episode, I can understand why it was a cool down period.
Well, you just got a major reveal. You got a major reveal. Like you can like, okay, if we would have went for that major reveal and then like acted as if that major reveal didn't happen, people would have complained about it. I can tell you that just based on the experiences that I have already had talking to people about it on Twitter and everywhere else. I just see it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about more in a little bit. Because we got shit to do. We actually have an agenda. Gabriel Knight. Yes, and super chats to do. We got
we got a 1999 from Gabriel Knight. I'm missing the show, but the content is always fire. Blerd and Carter keep representing #free Miss Gladys. What is making y'all think she locked up? How y'all think this happened? How y'all think that happened? This happened in the span of 10 minutes.
Miss Gladys Unchained.
10 minutes. This happened before the show started, and I was eating a McFlurry when it happened.
Lord, this man. And
what the fuck? She is literally out there right now watching Bridgerton, which is a freaky ass show. Let me tell you. But she out there right now.
Look, got her feet propped up.
Sure does.
She ain't even taking no calls right now. She ain't even taking no calls. She just like, no, I'm watching my show. She said she watching her stories.
Pretty much.
Anyone that's had a black grandma, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't pay her to do all that, but I can't really say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying?
This man out here
be a damn assistant.
You play a Beetle.
She supposed to be a motherfucker. Hey, listen. Hey, now you're being rude. Now you're being disrespectful right now. Listen, I pay her to be an assistant. She got her feet propped up on my damn table right now. I didn't pay for that, but I'm just saying. But you're not finna bring Beetle into this.
I'm still tripping on when you played that damn video on your stream. The motherfucker was talking to Beetle like it was the second coming. Like, oh, yeah, man, Beetle. Well, I had Ice-T out here talking about a goddamn video game. Lord, get me out of here. And sounding old as hell talking about it. Darkbane X with the $10 super chat just coming through to show some support. We appreciate you, brother. We appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh my God. I thought that we were almost at the end of it. We are not at the end of it. The Purple Lord Leo Nons with 296 super chat says #release the Carter, #see Space Cowboy. Look, y'all like I got Carter on lockdown. Goddamn. Miss Gladys on lockdown. Carter. See, you know what it is? You see oppression rolls downhill. That's what it is. I don't know. I'll just fucking talk about it. Anyway, Black Century King with the $10 super chat. We appreciate you, pimp. Chi-Town Dan with the $5 super chat says the Westview Chamber of Commerce would like to remind you to wash your damn hands. Oh, there you go. You got it. You got one out of me. Y'all got one out of me. Lord, look, it baffles the mind that we got to remind motherfuckers to do this shit. You done came out the bathroom, you've been touching your junk, and you gonna go here and shake your best friend's hand. Lord, get out of here. I would see this is why This is why I keep the hand sanitizer on deck. Because nasty motherfuckers be afoot. Nasty motherfuckers. Anyway, let's see what else we got here. Lord have mercy. LJ Brown with the £4.99. Blessings to the whole Blerd Koa and the terrific trio, Blerd, Carter, and Miss Gladys. Can't wait for spicy black Superman topic. # Miss Gladys Unchained. Lord.
How did she become a part of this?
I don't know.
I'm asking.
I'm just saying. We got the homie Night 19 with the $20 super chat says, Coates has a whole Steve Rogers run and the Black Superman reports are inconsistent. I said, I'll wait and see for Black Superman. I mean, Marvel has their whole starting lineup of black characters on screen. Free Jon Stewart. See, there you go. That's the motherfucker we need to free. Look.
because that Steve Rogers run is kind of
see, look. This man about to slander my one of my favorite books.
Really?
I like his Captain America. I like Ta-Nehisi Coates' Captain America. Y'all leave me the fuck alone. Yeah. I have no problem with it because he human. Like, here's the thing though. Here's the thing about Ta-Nehisi Coates. This is the thing I always run into with Ta-Nehisi Coates, and people not liking what he writes is the fact that Ta-Nehisi Coates, he's a novelist. He is long form storyteller.
Yes, he is.
And he like now, granted, when you go from one medium to another, sometimes, like case in point, you take guys like Ed Brubaker. Ed Brubaker, novelist. He writes novels, but he also writes comics. But Ed Brubaker kind of switches up his style a little bit when he goes from comics to novels. And Chris Claremont used to kind of be the same way. Chris Claremont, like a lot of people, like when people talk about how Ta-Nehisi Coates write, go back and read early Claremont X-Men. That shit read like a fucking book. He was really verbose. He used way too many words. And you notice over time, he got less wordy and he let the art tell some of the story as well as the words. Yeah. But Ta-Nehisi Coates, while this is kind of different in his regard, he's a long-term storyteller. So a lot of times, like he's building, case in point, Intergalactic Empire Wakanda is a prime example. A lot of people didn't get it at first because when he was writing it, it's not explicitly clear what's going on in the first 6 issues. Like you really, I think honestly, you don't really find out exactly what is going on. Like, why are these things happening? Like you get an answer. You don't get an answer about who, this new Killmonger is until like issue 6. And then you're kind of like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on here? And then by the time you get to issue, I think like 10, 11, or 12 is when you finally get an answer as to how the fuck T'Challa wound up out there and why does he not remember anything. It's the same thing with his earlier Black Panther run, A Nation Under Our Feet. A Nation Under Our Feet is a story arc that actually, like, you know, normally they do the story arc as like 5 to 6 issues. Like, all right, 5, 6 issues, get the fuck out. And then they move on to something else. Whereas when Coates was writing it, the first story arc was actually only the first part of a larger arc that ran a full, I think, 12 some odd issues. And you didn't really see exactly where it was going to. You got about halfway into that. Like, you didn't really see what the overall grand scheme of things is, because it's long-term booking. It's like he sets little seeds and then he allows them to grow. Hickman is kind of the same way, but I think the reason why Hickman kind of gets away with it is because typically when he does it with characters and teams that people are already incredibly familiar with. And he's not necessarily like case point, Avengers, X-Men. Like, people give him a pass because they're like, okay, cool.
I'm most definitely not giving that motherfucker a pass for Avengers. Fuck out of here.
Yeah. Well, I will also say Fantastic Four, which I have been very vocal that I love his Fantastic Four, but I'd be lying to you if I said that it was lit right out the gate. I'd be lying to you if I said that motherfucker was like swinging for the fences right out the gate. It was long-term booking. He was just telling a story, and it builds out over time. But that is basically my way of saying that. There you go.
But this is not a Ta-Nehisi Coates hate train. I see some people in the chat saying that his Black Panther was garbage. They wouldn't have had him on their fucking book that long.
No, they really would not have. And the thing is, and you know what? And the same motherfuckers I see talking shit about now, the same motherfuckers that's praising this last issue that came out. Well, guess what? He wrote that motherfucker too. So y'all get over yourselves. Anyway,
they wouldn't have came out with all these different spinoffs and the crew and the world and they wouldn't have gave him the reins, kind of like they gave Hickman, X-Men, and Avengers and shit like that. So like, no.
Also,
now, that Captain America, that Captain America some dirty socks, but the Black Panther, I'll give you props. Black Panther's good.
No, but the thing is with Black Panther, also, y'all might want to calm down because I see y'all motherfuckers out here. Y'all was praising the way that the Black Panther movie turned out. Well, I don't know if y'all know this, but Ryan Coogler got a lot of his ideas from Coates' run. A lot of the stuff that was like the Wakanda part of Black Panther, a lot of that was Coates. The suit and how it worked, a lot of that was Coates. So y'all might want to calm the fuck down. Anyway, moving along. My homie Terrell Fields was going on pimp with the $5 super chat. Thank you. Much love. Also, straight out of blerd.com. Y'all know how we do. Chi-Town Dan with the $5 super chat says, since we freeing folks, Marvel needs to free Adam Brashear. He said, now, hashtag justice for Blue Marvel. Dude, I love how, like, this has been the week of free this and free that, because I saw Ice Cube tweeting and on Instagram about some Free Friday. Because apparently, I think it was Warner Brothers, a New Line, whoever, they got that motherfucker on lockdown. Supposedly.
Here's the thing, though. Let's keep it all the way. But Millie, I don't even like using boomer generation slang like that. Who really want another one?
Not me.
Chris Tucker has already come out and said, like, I'm not doing it.
No,
he was trying to be real polite about it, but basically said, I'm too big. He basically tried to say, I'm too big to do a Friday movie, even though you did. That last Rush Hour was whack as fuck. We ain't going to talk about it. But I don't want to see another fucking Friday.
No, I don't. I do not either. I do not either.
Please.
Y'all can keep that shit. Let's get into our actual topic, though. The reason why all this comes up, is that news came out yesterday that, speaking of Ta-Nehisi Coates, is that there's going to be a Man of Steel reboot. There's going to be a Man of Steel reboot. Now, there have been talks of they're just making a straight-up Man of Steel sequel. However, we've also known that because of all the stuff going on with Zack Snyder, the Snyder Cut, this, that, and the third, Warner Brothers has actually been pretty emphatic, despite the fact that they went ahead and said, fine, we'll release the Snyder Cut, which honestly, I find it funny that they say the whole point of the Snyder Cut was supposed to be that the movie was shot and done, but it was there. They just decided not to use Snyder's version. But the reality of the matter is that he didn't finish his version of the movie. He actually had to do reshoots and go back and shoot extra footage for his movie because not only was it not finished, he wanted to add more shit to it. So he wanted to make a 4-hour fucking movie. No wonder Warner Brothers said no. Anyway, point of the matter is, in talk of all that, Warner Brothers has been pretty emphatic about the fact that they are not going to make any more movies in the Snyderverse, which, for those who don't know, Zack Snyder, also not only did he direct Batman v Superman and a third or maybe half, arguably, of Justice League, but he also directed the Man of Steel movie. Well, if they're not going to make any more movies in the Snyderverse, well, guess what? That probably means he ain't making any more movies for him. He's moved on to making, Army of the Dead for Netflix.
Army of the Dead.
Where zombies are raping women, because, that's a thing that people should, focus on.
What fucking trailer were you watching where that happened?
Well, no, it was something that he talked about online, supposedly.
Oh, God.
Someone took a quote about something he was basically talking about how, the zombies are, real people or something. I don't know. Anyway, point of the matter is, I just ain't got the time or the crayons for that motherfucker no more. I just can't. Sorry. Done. Get him out of here.
How old are you? Why are you still using crayons?
I'm just saying. Well, because I have to use crayons to explain it to the children. Because the children, if I don't use crayons, they won't listen. They won't pay attention. But no, point of the matter is that Ta-Nehisi Coates has been announced as being the writer. He is going to be penning the script for the Man of Steel reboot, and he is going to be working in tandem with J.J. Abrams. Many of you may or may not be familiar with. For his work on Lost. Other people may also remember what was it? J.J. Abrams. He did Cloverfield, and he also is responsible for episode 7 and 9 of the recent the Star Wars Force Awakens trilogy. And if I'm reading this correctly, they'll be working in tandem with one another. And this is where the Black Superman rumors come from. See, okay, so let's double back a little bit. Ta-Nehisi Coates, of course, a black man. And I remember when he was announced as writing Captain America. And white Twitter lost their minds. Like, oh, he's going to black it up. Yeah, they're going to be like, oh, he's going to be a SJW liberal cuck. Or Coates hates white people. That was the other thing that came out. They're like, oh, he's a racist. He's a racist. He hates white people. He shouldn't be allowed to write Captain America. This is bullshit. Meanwhile, we've actually had racists in the past probably write Captain America before us, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, point of the matter is that people saw Ta-Nehisi Coates' name attached to it. I think I retweeted something that someone said they were wiling out, talking about how, oh, he's right, Superman. He's gonna kill Superman off. He's gonna, which I thought that was funny. I thought that was hilarious, considering the fact that a whole ass white man just killed off Superman. What back at BVS? That was Zack Snyder. You mad that a black man gonna do it, but you were perfectly fine with this white dude over here doing it. Okay, cool. Fuck you. Get out of here.
Well, technically, Doomsday kills Superman.
Well, no, but a white man wrote it is the thing. But yeah, Doomsday did kill. But you know what? That fucking Lord of the Rings cave troll Ninja Turtle looking motherfucker. He was also made by a white man, most likely. Actually, he was made by Lex Luthor. So, or I'm sorry, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna call Jesse Eisenberg Lex Luthor no more. That motherfucker was playing the Riddler, and we all know it. Anyway, carrying on. Ta-Nehisi Coates, because people saw this, they just automatically assumed, oh, a black man is writing it, thus, ergo, a black Superman must be what we're going to get. And I don't know. It's interesting to talk about, but let's take a closer look at this. So basically what we got, Coates writing the script, J.J. Abrams, he's going to be producing the project. It's going to go through his studio, Bad Robot, and they have Hannah Mangello who's going to be also serving as a producer on the project. With this, Ta-Nehisi Coates came out and said that to be invited into the DC Extended Universe by Warner Brothers, DC Films, and Bad Robot is an honor. I look forward to meaningfully adding to the legacy of America's most iconic mythic hero. And then, of course, J.J. Abrams, in his statement, said that there's a new, powerful, and moving Superman story yet to be told. We couldn't be more thrilled to be working with the brilliant Mr. Coates to help bring that story to the big screen, and we're beyond thankful to the team at Warner Brothers for the opportunity. And yeah, also going on to say, and this is actually coming from Toby Emmerich, who is the chairman of Warner Brothers Picture Group, says that Ta-Nehisi Coates' Between the World and Me opened a window and changed the way many of us see the world. We're confident that his take on Superman will give fans a new and exciting way to see the Man of Steel. Now, at no point in this And Carter, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
At no point in the statement did they say anything about a black Superman. Did they? Not a word. Not a word. And what else did they say? They said, adding to the legacy of America's most iconic mythic hero. That is actually directly a line from Coates. He said that himself.
But here's the thing, though. And this is going to be fucked up. Or some people are going to say this is fucked up. But the fact that you have one of those people in the urban community writing Superman, you have this African American male writing Superman. Of course, you're gonna have this black man write it because then he can just make Superman black. So of course, if you got a black man doing it, make Superman, make him one of you, make it more real.
Well, you know what? Honestly, if you really wanted to make Superman real, you know what you would do? Make it Mexican.
Wow.
No, be real.
In Gods and Monsters, they did
that's
that.
what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. Because think about it. I love how white people rally around Superman. He's like, oh, he's white. He's white. But here's the thing, though. These are the same motherfuckers that go on Twitter talking shit about undocumented immigrants. Guess what Superman is? He is the ultimate undocumented immigrant. This motherfucker crash landed in a ship in Kansas. This motherfucker crash landed in a ship. This motherfucker was out in the middle of nowhere, out in the wheat. naked as the day he was born, because it was the day he was born. And literally, Mom and Pa Kent just took him in. They didn't take this motherfucker down to the courthouse. They didn't get this man well, he just showed up. They said, yeah, we got this baby. Oh, for real? Look.
Could you imagine? Like, that's like I swear to God, we're gonna get right back to it. But just imagine you are sitting at your kitchen table, probably eating some goddamn. I'm gonna say Crystal because I really miss Crystal. Y'all don't know what Crystal are. I think White Castle. Let's say you eating some burgers and some shit, and then your wife just come in out of nowhere with a whole ass Caucasian child crying. You done heard a big ass boom. You ignored it. You think it's just thundering outside or some shit. Maybe you trying to watch this Stranger Things. Why do you have a white child in your arms? Oh, I found him out in the woods. Word?
look, your friends be like, oh, we didn't know y'all was pregnant. Oh, no, we adopted. Oh, from who? The Out in the Weeds Adoption Agency.
We about as chocolate as we want to be, and they gonna see little Casey Affleck in y'all damn arms.
Nah, see what I want.
Where y'all get it?
See, I think that, honestly, I'm fine with I'm fine with it. It is what it is. I mean, me personally, okay, so all right, let's I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a minute here, because I'm gonna be the first one to come out and say that I wouldn't be upset if they brought in Ta-Nehisi Coates to write a black Superman movie. I wouldn't be mad about it.
Okay.
But don't expect me to have the same attitude towards it that I would have for something like another Black Panther movie, or like a Blue Marvel movie, or a Jon Stewart movie, or anything like that. And the reason why is because while I enjoy the Black Superman stories, and while each of them is interesting in their own right, the characters themselves are, for the most part, not that different from Clark. I mean, in terms of, like, in case of, I'll use President Superman as a better example. President Superman, for the most part, he's Clark. He's Clark if Clark were black. But he's smarter than Clark. And which first off, I just want to point something out. I always love how black characters in comics, they're typically written to be smarter than everybody else. Like you ever notice that, Carter? You ever notice how like every black character is like the smartest man on earth? Like you look at what was it? Mr. Terrific, Steel. What was it? If you go to like the Milestone comics, all of the black characters like ridiculously like, oh, no, they're like genius level intellect. Like I can't tell you because, and I notice this because I do videos on black characters a lot. But one of the most common things that comes up is genius level intellect. Why? Because of course. But not to say that black people can't be smart, but just saying that I just think it's just a common thing that always, it's kind of like, people always complain about black characters who have lightning powers. Like, oh man, every black character's got to have electricity powers. No, it's actually more common for them to be genius level intellect. It's actually more common for them to be that than it is for them to have electricity powers. And you would be, if you actually sat down and did the research on it, you would be staggered to find out how many times that comes up in your traditional black characters in comics. But the thing is, I could only see them really having something to write if you went with Calvin Ellis. You could have something to write if you went with a character like Val Zod or Sunshine Superman or whatever, but I think that President Superman would be the most interesting alternate black Superman that you could possibly write. And if you're going to do it, do that one. I would not recommend it be, I know a lot of people wanted to be Val Zod, but if you're going to do it, I would rather be President Superman, because at least that would be interesting. I feel like that would be the most different Superman story you could tell, is not just some Superman who is just a Superman on another Earth, he just happens to be black, but a Superman who actually has responsibilities above and beyond just protecting his city or protecting or fighting off supervillains, like a Superman who actually has to govern. That is something we've never seen before. So if you're going to do it that way. Don't, like, I know people want to see the blue and the silver and the Val Zod and all that stuff, but no. President Superman is what I want. Especially after all this bullshit we done seen. I want to see President Superman. Give me that.
They should. I've said this shit several times. I think just looking at the success of Joker, you just need to do separate stories to please it, not to please everybody. But you see right now, look at where you all started. All tried to do the Avengers route, and you crashed and burned.
Didn't work.
Joker was a diamond in the rough. Because nobody really expected Joker to be as good as it was. Yeah, it got Joaquin Phoenix in it. Nobody, to be completely honest, when they saw, okay, Joaquin Phoenix is in it, but you got the dude who did the fucking Hangover movies to do this movie. Okay, this is going to be some bullshit. Nobody expected that movie to be good.
No.
Have something there.
And see, you more gracious than me. I think it's just okay.
Okay, but what I'm saying is,
well, yeah,
it caught a lot of people off guard. I mean, because shit, with the exception of Heath Ledger, because I don't like to count his, because it's kind of like I like the rapper Mac Miller who passed, and then I think he was up for Grammys and shit like that, but it was posthumous. You wait till he was gone to try to do something.
Right.
It's like with Heath Ledger.
Mm-hmm.
Heath Ledger had he did great movies and had fantastic roles, but you waited till he was gone to give him something.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So Joaquin Phoenix is one of the first that I know of, and you all can correct me if I'm wrong, that's gotten an Oscar basically for a fucking superhero movie. So you have something there. You, honest to God, just your entire money needs to be Black Label Films, period.
Yeah.
Elseworld, period. That way you could still have your white or rice Superman. That way you could have your caramel colored Superman. You could please everybody.
I just want to say I appreciate that you said white on rice Superman. I'm here for it.
That seems like it's so obvious to do. Just do separate stories from different storytellers. That way you could do both things, because I mean that's you got. You're not beating Marvel. Period. You have to get the shit out your head. look at what happened with Joker and just run with it.
No,
We
no,
can do
yeah,
stories like this.
Mm.
Period.
I've said that plenty of times. I've said that, like,
Yeah.
I've said this on multiple occasions. Take a page, not a whole one, maybe half a page out of your animated movies. Them animated movies don't have any rhyme or fucking reason to them. Them motherfuckers just be happening. Them motherfuckers just be happening. They be like, hey, man, we just want to make a Suicide Squad movie. Okay, cool. Go ahead and put it out. Hey, we want to make a movie about Superman Red Sun. All right, we gonna build up to it? No, just do it. Just do it. Hey, we want to do the Killing Joke. Just don't do it just like y'all did the Killing Joke. But yeah, we ain't gonna build up to it. We're just gonna fucking do it. That's all we're gonna do. How about Justice League War? Yeah, we don't need to do the movie leading up to it. Just go ahead and just do it. What about Doomsday? What about Death of Superman? Nah, we don't need to do no leading up to it. Just go ahead and put it out. Just put it out. That's the attitude I think the DC. I've said this since day fucking one when they came out with. Well, I won't say day one, but ever since BVS came out, I've been saying this. I've been saying stop trying to rush to get that Avengers money. You don't have the people in place in order to make a franchise of that magnitude that is long-lasting, that can stand the test of time, that can go 10 years with facing arguably very little criticism in comparison to the overall body of work. The worst thing I've ever heard people say about a Marvel movie is that it sucks or that it's not as good as this. And usually what that means is, and this is because we are a hyperbolic people and fandoms are always saying things in hyperbole, but in a lot of cases, if those same people who say, oh, this movie sucked or this movie wasn't as good, what they're really trying to say is, without actually saying it, is that this movie does suck in comparison to XYZ Marvel movie. However, it's probably still more entertaining than most other movies. It's bad for a Marvel movie, which in a lot of cases, yeah, that is a thing. But even then, some of them are still more entertaining than anything DC would ever put out and most other action movies in general. But I wish that what they would do is, like, I even said this when they came out with Justice League. I was like, why didn't y'all not take a page out of Justice League War? Why did y'all not just have these motherfuckers show up, Darkseid show up, they have to fight? Done. You don't need these arbitrary, we're going to make Batman v Superman because we want to show Superman and Batman meet for the first time. You could have had that happen. Justice League War, the animated movie, did a better job of introducing Superman and Batman to one another and really all of the different characters of the Justice League as a whole to one another than the Justice League, or I'll go and say it right now, even though it ain't even out yet, than the Snyder Cut could probably even hope to do. Because what did they do? They literally took a page out of New 52. When Batman meets Superman, there's no xenophobia. There's no Batman quoting Dick Cheney that if there's even a 1% chance that he's, whatever the fuck, I don't remember this. Anyway, point matters. When they met, they automatically knew who each other were. They like Batman already had been doing homework on Superman and called him Clark, and that's what made that motherfucker stop from trying to beat the brakes off of him. And Clark took one look at that motherfucker and said, "Oh, Bruce, what's up?"
Yeah.
I mean, that's all we needed. We don't need anything bigger than that. And you could have even done, now granted, I like the Shazam movie a lot, so I don't think you have to really change anything there. But I feel like DC always fucks up when it comes to Batman and Superman and now presumably Wonder Woman. It's like anytime they focus on the Trinity, that's when DC gets heavy-handed and they fuck up a movie. But when they start going like, oh, well, let's fuck with Aquaman, let's fuck with Shazam, let's get a little outside the box a little bit, that's when stuff actually starts getting good. And it's like, do that. Do that instead. You want to make a President Superman movie? Call that shit President of Steel. I don't give a fuck. Come out with that motherfucker, release that shit, and you can release another Superman movie with White Superman in the same fucking calendar year. Hell, within 2 months of each other, I wouldn't give a shit. because I could look at them objectively and separate, like, and it'd be like, this is its own thing. This is its own thing.
Yeah.
That's how you should fucking do it. Don't stop this fucking. Let Marvel be the one to do the cinematic universes. No one else has been able to do it successfully. Not the way Marvel has.
Yeah.
Like, I see motherfuckers come up to us, oh man, this is the most ambitious crossover of all time. No, shut the fuck up. Y'all just being hyperbolic. Shut the fuck up. The motherfuckers weren't planning that shit for 10, 15, 20 years. No. This is, let Marvel be the one to tell us a wider, overarching narrative across television and movies over the course of 10, 15, 20 years. You just tell me a standalone good story. That's what DC needs to do. You need to crawl before you can walk. Y'all ain't got a Kevin Feige. So stop. Y'all ain't got one. Stop. Lord have mercy. Anyway. Oh, Lord. We were missing. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Let me go back through. We got to get through these super chats. Lord, I just realized how many motherfuckers are popping off just in the last little bit. Lord have mercy. Okay. Oh, my God. Carter. Why?
What'd you see?
No,
What did you see?
No, I'm laughing at the fact that look, we just got a long list. Let's hit these motherfuckers. Going on, let's see. My guy Steven coming through with a $5 super chat says Blue Marvel need to move to Wakanda. T'Challa won't put him in the closet. Afro. I'm here for it. I mean, here's the thing. If you wanted to really do, like a big thing in Marvel that we haven't seen, and I'm gonna tell you why all this shit right now, I don't know if we're gonna get the answer directly next week on WandaVision, but if they actually do come out and say that engineer friend of Monica's is Blue Marvel, then yeah, DC gonna fuck around. They gonna rush this motherfucking Black Superman movie out just to beat the hype, and that's a million, and you already know that shit's gonna happen.
Okay, Mel, you almost got banned just that quick. See, if Lex became Superman, would he be Lexington Steel?
Look. Yeah, man. See, I can't protect you on that one. I can't protect you on that one. Lord, Terrell Fields with a $5 super chat says 4 hours. I'll be back for the recap. I appreciate you, pimp. I appreciate you. Tubes, the one with the $5 super chat says once again, even if Snyder Cut is good, which it likely won't be, there's no way in hell that WB is gonna shell out another $250 million for a part 2. You goddamn right they won't, because they already see the writing on the wall. First off, nobody's paying for this shit.
Here's what I wanted to ask you, because this was now maybe this is a conspiracy theory. Maybe this is just so we know that this film is going to be 4 hours,
right?
And if we kind of go back a ways, you all do remember that originally the plan was to have Justice League Part 1, Justice League Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
What if Zack Snyder just finagled his way into getting us Part 1, Part 2, and that's why this shit is 4 hours?
I think
because you couldn't have had that much shit on the cutting room floor.
No.
One movie.
No. I think that is what probably did happen. I think that is actually what probably did happen. The reason why. Here's my thing with that, though. It still doesn't help his case. Because everybody's like, oh, well, you know, his version is going to be better. But here's the thing. All the reshoots and stuff that he shot, all the extra footage, whatever, like everybody's like talking about Joker. Joker's only in the movie for like maybe less than a minute. He shot probably like an hour's worth of footage, but he probably is only really in like 5 minutes of the movie tops. If even
apparently if he's in the nightmare scene from BVS, apparently they made it even more larger in his cut. So that's where Joker is right now. So
Right.
it's not even actually Joker. This is just a nightmare that Bruce is having.
Which is just hilarious to me that it's like, all right, dude, whatever. I mean, I just can't take this shit seriously. I refuse to take it seriously. And I know some people say, oh, we'll just watch it in parts. No, I'm not going to do the work for WB and fucking Zack Snyder. I'm not going to do the work for them. I'm going to watch that motherfucker in one sitting.
Since you said that,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think you want to sully your HBO Max subscription playing that movie. And I meant to ask you this.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I think people know that I'm the wild one out of the bunch. Since they do the Amazon thing,
Yeah.
but you have to have a subscription to Amazon in order for us to watch it with you.
Mm-hmm.
If I was to bring, since I'm already again, oh yeah, public service announcement, y'all. I'm back streaming on Twitch. I'll probably do it after the show. If I was to take my Twitch back to that Justin TV route,
oh Lord,
and we were to watch it as a collective, as a family. If I was to play this bitch on some so rather frowned upon sites, but we ain't gonna talk about it because I'm gonna have that shit in full screen so you can't see the name of them. Would that suffice for you? We could do it on the damn Discord.
Yeah.
I could just go live, hit full screen, and walk
done.
the fuck off, and
that's
just
fine.
soak
That's
in
fine.
all the subs.
I mean,
I'm thinking that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do because I know you ain't gonna sit there and watch all 4 hours of it. I know you're not.
No, I would. Well, I mean,
You're gonna get 20 minutes in, and then you're gonna be begging me to fucking play Dead by Daylight. Don't you lie? I'll punch you in your goddamn face. Don't you lie like you're gonna watch 4 hours straight.
Well, no, what
Don't do that.
what I was gonna say is I wasn't gonna lie. I was gonna say that yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna try to watch all 4 hours, but some of them hours might be watching me.
Hey, you just sound like you got people in your house that you don't know about looking at you. I don't know where you going right now.
That's my way of saying I'm gonna be fucking knocked the fuck out because I'm pretty sure motherfucker gonna bore me to goddamn tears, bore me to fucking sleep. That's what's gonna happen. Motherfucking TV gonna be watching
it's
my
gonna
ass.
be Final Fantasy VII Advent Children all over again.
I mean, Lord, Advent Children. I ain't thought about that shit in forever. Oh my god!
Sorry for people that were fans of that movie. That movie was boring as fuck. I'm sorry.
It was boring. Like up until like was they fight up until the time they fight Bahamut, which is like damn near the end of the movie. It's like I think it's towards the end of the second act. That's when I started enjoying it. Like everything before that, I was just kind of like,
It pissed people off. It's just like anime. I even butcher the name just to make people mad. You know how many times I call that shit Adventure Children?
Lord,
Piss people.
Y'all
piss people
off.
That movie put me to sleep until I heard the Sephiroth music and woke up.
Damn. Well, you heard that.
Yeah, and I literally woke up. I thought I left my PlayStation on. I was actually fighting that motherfucker. So I just, the movie.
Well, you woke up, you was like, man, where my controller at?
I promise I was.
Listen, the idiot on the writer's block came with a £4.99. Says, thank you, Blerd, for reading my graphic novel, Culver City Chronicles. Call 1-800-Kill-A-Guy, Book 1. I hope you liked it. I did. I really enjoyed it. Actually, we will be, I'm trying to, I'm debating whether or not to do this as like a separate video because honestly, like everything I would do for a lot of these, because I've actually had a few different indie books that I want to talk about on the channel, and the length of time that it would take to do all, they would be relatively short videos because I'm talking about something that doesn't have like a 75, 50,000 whatever year history because just the nature of those comics. They're new. They're brand new. Just I would just be kind of musing about them, so it wouldn't be long videos. But I actually thought about doing like a little indie corner, like just talking about indie books that I've been reading at that point in time. But well, that is something there's so much stuff going on right now that, man, I like, honestly, I need a Miss Gladys. I need a Miss Gladys because like I think the most common thing that I've been typing in every email that I've been sending out for like the past like 2 weeks is sorry for the delay. Sorry for the delayed response. Sorry for this because honestly, I've been getting so many fucking and this, I keep telling people, it's not a flex. I've been getting so many fucking emails that I can't answer. I don't know how to answer them all. Like, I'm not used to this. I'm not used to motherfuckers checking for me. Trying to find me. But no, that said, yes, I actually really did enjoy the comic 1-800-KILLER-GUY. Cuz it was I'll save it for the video. I don't want to rehash myself. But just know that I dug the style and the way that each story is told in a very different way, if that makes any sense. But yes. Let's see, we've also got another one for the homie Tubes of one $5 super chat says, if Warner Brothers still want a cinematic universe, then after Flashpoint, start with Justice League and then spin off. That is how they should have done it. Yeah, no, if you're going to do it, introduce everybody in the same movie. See, here's the thing. Movie studios assume that we're all stupid. Now, we all won't understand so many different characters if they're all introduced at once. And the thing is, that is kind of true to a point. If every character is being introduced at the same time, then yeah, introducing 7 characters all at once is not that big a reach, considering the fact that we had Guardians of the Galaxy, you had Star-Lord, Drax, Groot, Rocket Raccoon, you had Gamora, you had fucking Yondu, Nebula. I mean, even though granted those 2 characters weren't, on the team, but they were characters who would eventually be on the team. So, I mean, that is not a reach to introduce 7 characters. Hell, we got a movie coming out here sometime in the next, who knows when, Eternals. Eternals has like 10 different fucking characters they're introducing all at once. I mean, hold on. Hold the goddamn phone. Eternals.
See if I can.
MCU. Yeah, here. This motherfucker right here. I count, by my estimation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then this was when they originally announced these motherfuckers. There's a whole ass 10th character they ain't talked about. So yeah, they have 10 fucking characters they are going to introduce in that movie. Actually, no, 11 characters, because one of them is not listed as an Eternal because they're introducing the Black Knight in Eternals. So yes, that's 12 fucking characters they're going to be fucking introducing somewhere in there by that point. So I don't ever want to hear shit anyone has to say about it's too many fucking characters. Now, when I will say it's too many characters. Now, the only time I'll say you're trying to add too many characters is when I think I had someone on Twitter was telling me that they should have introduced, Vibraxis in the first Black Panther movie. And I was like, dude, okay, first off, that's too much. That's too much. Because if you're going to introduce a character like that, they kind of need to have their own. They need to have a separate movie where there's other shit that hasn't already been set in motion already going on. That would have been too much. Say that motherfucker for Black Panther 2 or 3, then move forward from there. Don't try and introduce. That's when you're introducing. People be trying to add. People be trying to add too many ingredients into the stew. You can't always do that. You have to do it like I'm saying that you can't have too many characters. Well, you can't have too many characters, but you have to. That still doesn't exclude the idea that you have to do it right. It has to be done elegantly. You can't just say, okay, well, I'm going to do a story about 10, 12 different characters, and it's automatically going to be good. No. You have to be a good writer. And not only a good writer, you have to be a good executor. You have to be a good director. You have to be able to direct these people. There's a lot of factors, a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, Luchasaurus kind of hit the nail on the head. Into the Spider-Verse hit you with like 10 plus characters, and it still worked.
Yep, still worked.
Yep.
What was it? They look, and that look. Wait a minute. Now they hit you with 10 plus characters. They hit you with characters from different universes. They hit you with different versions of characters you're probably already familiar with. It still told a good story, but that's because it was written well and it was directed well. People forget that. People think, this is how I can tell motherfuckers don't know anything about how filmmaking works. Filmmaking is difficult. I mean, hell, writing comics is difficult, let alone writing a movie script. If you have never actually tried to write a script for anything, and this is why people keep telling me, like, dude, when are you going to come out with your thing? When are you going to come out with your thing? When I have the time, because writing scripts is hard. It's difficult. It's very fucking difficult. It is what it is. It's not, and it's not for everybody. But sometimes you realize you write something, you realize, wait, this doesn't work. Because your first draft of something is never going to be the best draft of something. It's usually going to be your worst. It'll be your worst ideas first. Here, let's keep it pushing. Yeah, Edward Howard with a $3 super chat. Or actually, no, this was a sticker, actually, but it's not showing. But he passed us the thumbs up with the little birdie, which I always appreciate. Thank you for that.
I'm bringing up some bad examples for multiple characters in one movie because New Mutants is not a good example.
I like New Mutants. I think they did it. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with New Mutants. Okay, so they introduced a bunch of characters, and they did it about as well as you could have hoped from the studio that made it. I didn't agree with every choice that they made, but I didn't think it was a bad movie. I mean, is it the greatest movie of all time? No. Is it the worst thing I've ever seen? God, no. Like, that's the thing I hate about, like, some of these movies. Like, people act like The Dark Phoenix didn't come out. People act like X-Men Last Stand, X-Men Origins Wolverine didn't come out.
Okay, Last Stand ain't a good example. Last Stand is not a good
Last Stand is a bad... but what I'm saying is...
Wow.
I'm saying...
No Apocalypse?
What? You didn't let me finish.
You
know, I mean, I'm going backward, yeah, but I mean, the thing is, but what I'm saying is, like, these movies, like, every time a new one comes out, people forget about the ones that came before it. Like, when people were talking about New Mutants, they were like, oh, man, this is the worst movie Fox ever made. And it's like, y'all act like X-Men Origins Wolverine was not made. Y'all acted like X-Men Origins Wolverine was a 5 out of 5. Like, when X-Men Apocalypse came out, people acted like they forgot that X-Men Last Stand was a thing. It's like, that's where I'm coming from with it. I'm just saying, yeah, I don't think X-Men Apocalypse is great either. I think X-Men Apocalypse is probably one of his, is short of Origins, short of X-Men Origins and X-Men Last Stand, because I think those are arguably the worst movies they ever made. Apocalypse, I think, is right behind both of those. But I look at these movies objectively. I mean, as a comic fan and as a film fan, I look at them very differently. But New Mutants, I don't think is... Hell, I think New Mutants is one of their better movies.
It was better than Fant Four Stick.
Well, that also is... well, for one, that's also not hard to do. Hell, X-Men Apocalypse was better than Fan Four Stick.
Good Lord.
And I can say that. Because Fan Four Stick is fucking terrible. But SFC Cape Killer with $10 super chat just come through saying support brothers. We appreciate you. Because SFC Cape Killer is out here catching all these supervillains out here wilding in these streets. Let's see here. Jason Davidson with the $5 super chat says, man, can they just adapt Newbie a Real One? That was a great recommendation and palate cleanser from Wonder Woman 84. Love the show, guys. I agree. Newbie a Real One is head and shoulders a better story. Head and shoulders above a better story than Wonder Woman 84 because it's... Look, I'm not going to rehash anything I said in my review. I'm not going to rehash anything I said in my interview with Ella McKinney. Look, all I'm going to say is that I felt like I knew those characters. Those characters felt real to me because those characters were written to be real people. They weren't written to be comic book characters. They were written to be real people. And the way that they interact with one another, the way that I talked about Nubia's parents, Danielle and Amara. I know a lesbian couple just like them. To the T. 1-to-1 transfer. A 1-to-1 ratio. Exactly. I'm talking about like it was terrifying. It was terrifying to see it because I was like, Lord, is this my life? But that's what happens when you write, once again, good storytelling. Good storytelling. How many characters were introduced in that Nubia Real 1 book? We had Nubia. We had the two best friends. Had Oscar. We had Waylon. We had Danielle. We had Amara. 7 characters. You could do it. It could be done. If you got a good writer. Yeah, but yeah, no, it is what it is. Lamar Rolak with the $10 super chat says, what do you think about a Shazam style story, but with Superman, hashtag All-Star Superman? Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Shazam was the best Superman movie we've gotten in a long time. And the reason why I say that is because even though, yes, Shazam is kind of a more selfish character at first, I felt like the vibe of the movie was more Superman than anything DC has done since Christopher Reeve was in the suit. Yeah. It was whimsical. It was silly. It was dark when it needed to be. It didn't really pull punches in terms of, like, I actually thought the 7 Deadly Sins, I was impressed at how terrifying they made those motherfuckers look. Okay. Like, they actually didn't, like, I thought they were going to make them goofy looking. They're like, no. That part of the movie felt like a horror movie. I was like, Lord, have mercy. They got this ugly ass motherfucker sitting here with a huge ass belly that opens up. I was like, this looks like some shit straight out of Call of Cthulhu. Lord. Let's see here. Let's keep it moving. K5 with the $5 super chat says, just showing love. We appreciate you, player. We appreciate you. Jason Mitchell with the $5 super chat says, Justice League animated series first episode worked perfectly. Introducing the Justice League. They should follow that. That is also a good blueprint. Carter, you well, of course, you've seen the Justice League animated series. You know what's up. Yes. Would you agree that would be probably one of the better examples of a way to kick things off? Like, just have them meet up kind of similar, like in a similar fashion to the first episode of the Justice League series.
Yeah, that's one way you could do it. I think I would say more so that's a safe way to do it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Because you've already seen that was responded to really well.
Right.
So well, yeah. I think that's it wouldn't cost you more money if you go that route.
No. Well, you also have to think about too. Now, now honestly, Justice League, we also got to remember though had the benefit of having a whole last 2 or 3 seasons of Batman the animated series already under its belt. And we also had at least a season of The Adventures of Superman, the animated series, even though no one ever talks about that show. We already kind of had an introduction. So you already knew Batman and Superman were. Yeah, by that point, I think everybody should know. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think it would be a safe way to go about it too. I would personally rather they just go balls out, just dive straight in. Don't just see. Okay, yeah. See, this is what DC does. They just put the tip in. Don't put the tip in. Just go balls deep, straight off the rip. Straight off the rip. That's right. I said it.
Danger. You just want them to leave just the nuts hanging out, huh?
Yep. Look. Just straight up. Just look. Teabag that shit.
Yeah. All you want to hear is just balls and just flesh.
Yeah.
That's all you want to hear. You are a freak, man.
Hey, man. It's 2021, man. It's 2021.
God.
Look, certified freak, 7 days a week. Lord, anyway. Conway Bergdog with a $4.99 super chat says, going to keep it a buck. I think that ZSJLA will be a good movie. Talk about the Zack Snyder Justice League will be a good movie. Don't laugh. Give it a chance to fix it. I mean, I'll laugh. I'm laughing. I'm laughing right now. I'm laughing right now.
Honestly, just I've said this several times. This is the last time I'll say it. Just let him finish the movie before his daughter passed. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let him just go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah. No.
do your thing. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
Yeah, let him. I'm all for letting him have his moment. I just think people need to be a little. I think people need to taper their expectations for how good this movie is going to be.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Taper them expectations, because honestly, I'm okay. Y'all want me to keep it 1 milli with y'all? If we're going based on trailers, you know what I noticed about the difference between Joss Whedon's Justice League versus what Zack Snyder seemed to be going in the direction of? Some of you may not remember this, but remember those scenes that we saw of the Justice League fighting the parademons?
Yeah.
The Joss Whedon version, we got them doing this against a red sky background. The Zack Snyder version, those scenes were already shot. And we saw those exact same scenes. And guess what? It was just dark. It was just dark outside. That's all. It was just dark outside. Now, you can say that was probably they just hadn't put the effects on it yet, whatever. Say what you will. But, also, and the little side shots with Cyborg playing football and walking around in his leather jacket and, the Flash saving Black Iris West and was it Kiersey Clemens, who may or may not be in this movie. And then and all this other stuff. They had more shots of Atlantis and whatnot. Yeah, it was those things. But honestly, I feel like taking those things out probably wasn't the worst thing.
I meant to ask. I'm happy you said that because I meant to ask you about this.
I know what you're about to ask.
Because I wanted to know if I didn't want to bring it up. I didn't want that to be a subject for the show just because these are all rumors right now. But how giddy are you that old girl might be getting le boot?
Oh, talk about Amber Heard?
Yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, guys, there was a random story going around all over Twitter like a day or so ago that Amber Heard was getting the boot from Aquaman 2 for fitness and some other random ass reason.
Yeah, it was like a fitness and wellness reason, which is the weirdest reason for anyone to ever be removed from a movie. Not saying it doesn't happen, but I
didn't care about that part. I was just more so okay, so her ass is gonna be up out of there. Now we don't know how true that rumor is because there was also another part of that rumor that said Amelia Clark was gonna take her place, but I'm just wondering if you were giddy when you saw them rumors circulating.
I did kind of smirk, but you know what? It was all fun and games until I saw where the story came from. Yeah. And the main people talking about it is a website called We Got This Covered. We Got This Covered is one of the worst websites in the history of worst websites when it comes to trying to find out news about what's going on in Hollywood and more specifically superhero movies, because We Got This Covered is the type of website that they just throw shit at the wall until something sticks. They are the same motherfuckers who, even though Kevin Feige has been out here saying that they are not recasting T'Challa, even after he emphatically said this, they were still posting stories saying they're going to use a CGI T'Challa. Even after Kevin Feige had explicitly said we are not using CG to bring the character back, they're like, no, they're going to bring it back with CG. They're going to do this. Oh, they're going to bring back Killmonger and make him Black Panther. They're going to bring back. Yeah. They just throwing shit. They'll be throwing shit because basically, if they throw enough shit at the wall, eventually a turd is going to stay on the wall at some point, just because by virtue of other shit being on the wall, eventually at some point, the shit will just kind of go, all right, fucking, I'm staying.
All right, this is a shitty conversation. Let's go to the next subject, please.
Speaking of, Ron Johnson with the $20 super chat sticker, which, by the way, says, thanks for being you. This is a little super chat sticker. Which thank you for that. Thank you for that. We appreciate you out here. We appreciate you out here. You are doing the Lord's work. Thank you. But yeah, no, I just don't. Yeah, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I don't give a fuck about Amber Heard or any of that bullshit. Let's talk about Milestone.
Yes.
As many of you may or may not know, Milestone Returns number 0 Infinite Edition had come out.
Mm-hmm.
The digital version released. The physical version still, I think, has yet to hit stores. I think that won't hit stores, so I think next month, I believe. But the digital version is out, and we got to see a little more insight into these stories. We now know who the creative teams are for the comics that are be coming out. More specifically, the comics of Static, which Static is going to be written by a friend of the channel, Vita Ayala.
Yes.
With art by Chris Cross and Nicholas Draper Ivey, with covers by Kari Randolph. We've learned this. And we have also gotten word that Icon and Rocket, which I love the fact that they finally did this, because the comics, you said you didn't know that, you didn't really fuck with Milestone back in the day. So Icon, which was basically Black Superman.
Okay, wait, because you trying to have me jumped. Hold on. It's not that I didn't fuck with Milestone back in the day. I didn't know Milestone existed.
Well, okay, that is a
There's
more
a
fair
difference.
statement.
You're trying to get my ass whooped right here because I want to see Zack Snyder Justice League movie. I see what you're trying to do. It's always black folk trying to keep people down. I see what you're trying to do. No, it's not that I didn't fuck with it. I just didn't know it was a thing. Period.
Lev, you try to get me killed.
You try to get me got Miss Gladys, put the please put the pistol down. Please.
Damn.
Please. It's fine. He was playing. Put the pistol down. Thank you. Jesus Christ.
Oh Lord. Look, I said Gladys out here trying to catch a body.
I've never seen an old woman move that quick. I don't even know where she got the pistol from.
Look,
I don't.
Not only did she pause.
I'm in California. Civilians ain't even supposed to have them, Ernie. I don't know how she got it.
Look,
I'm actually kind of nervous right now.
Look, she paused Bridgerton, but she didn't even actually hit the remote. She didn't even say, Alexa, pause. She literally, she grabbed the strap and the show just stopped. Like, no. We keep playing when you come back, Miss Gladys. We got you. But no, the Static Shock, or rather, I think that's gonna be the thing that's gonna be hard for people. People always refer to Static as Static Shock, and I have kind of started doing it too because people never know what I'm talking about when I just say Static. But yeah, the Static comic, because it's not gonna be called Static Shock, it's just gonna be called Static because that is the actual character's name. But yeah, that one I think is gonna be kind of tough for people just because they're gonna have to get used to it. I also appreciate here, and I don't know if any of y'all caught this. Here, I wanna let's see, can we see if we can, yeah, boom, here we go. So in this, yeah, right here. I don't know if y'all caught this. On the cover right here, for this, there's a movie theater on the cover behind him, and it's got the original Milestone logo right here. Look at that marquee. Notice those names on there, on that marquee. I'm gonna kind of put it right here so y'all can kind of see what I'm talking about. But on the marquee, you can see McDuffie. That's for Dwayne McDuffie. Dennis Cohen. And I believe that's Michael Davis and I think it was Derek T. Dingle. These are the original founders of Milestone.
Yeah.
These are the four men who came together. Originally, a lot of people don't know this. Originally, Christopher Priest was also going to be a founder of Milestone, but for whatever reason, he backed out. Based on some recent statements that he has made about his preferences in writing comic book characters, I'm almost not surprised. But could you imagine if Christopher Priest was on one of these damn books? Lord.
Oh no, old Christopher Priest would have just been. It wouldn't even had fucking art in it. It would just big ass walls of text.
That is true. That is also
that shit would have just been a novel with a comic cover on
it. Damn. But yeah, no, we see it right here. That's the creative team right there. We've also got this is the Icon and Rocket joint. You can kind of see here a little bit. Let me see if I can. There, zoom that out just a hair. There we go. But we got here, we have written by Reggie Hudlin, House Parties, Reggie Hudlin, and Leon Chills, with art by Doug Braithwaite, and covers by Tar and Clark. And then last but not least, Hardware. And I also love his season 1. I love that. That's what I like to see. Hardware #1. Look at this brother out here looking like a whole ass problem. Written by Brandon Thomas with art by Dennis Cohen and Bill Sienkiewicz. Covers by Mateus Mahanini. I almost fucked that up. See, I told you, I fuck up names all the time. But yeah, we got that. And, oh, Lord. I'm here for it. I like what I see. I'm here for it. We are going to be getting, let's see. So, the Hardware book, season 1, that one's going to be available digitally August the 15th. Icon and Rocket will become available on June the 27th. And the print version of the Milestone Returns Zero Infinite Edition, it'll be available on May the 25th. It's only digital at the moment. And I'm trying to remember when the static joint is supposed to drop. I'll have to find that info. Let's see if we can figure that out. Here it will be. Hey, I still can't find a date on it. Still cannot find a date on it.
Can't see one.
Yeah, I don't see a date for it just yet. They may not be ready to give one. Which that's fine. That's fine. I mean, hey, it is what it is. It's coming out. That's what we know. We've actually seen enough now. That we know that at the very least it's actually coming out. But yeah. Let's see. Let's keep it moving here. Because I'll talk about Milestone a little bit more here in a little bit. Just because of the nature of our show. Let's move on to some more recent news. Let's see here. So, recently, Twitter blew up because Kevin Feige casually mentioned the names of some shows.
Yeah.
And basically, this was in an interview that he was doing. Basically, he was asked about bringing back Marvel's Netflix superheroes at the Television Critics Association Winter Press Tour. And people blew the fuck up. Because what he said, here, I'll pull up the tweets. These aren't from him specifically, but just these are the things that he said. But he says that my history at Marvel is vast and included zero control at one time. TV at that time is just one of the things that at that time Marvel didn't. And basically just saying that, yeah, we didn't do TV. But he does come back and say, I think we probably could. He said there's always rumors online about things reverting. They're sometimes true, sometimes not. But what really got people talking about this was when all all this was going on, something else happened. But basically what came out was someone asked him whether or not they needed to watch WandaVision to understand what was going on in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness and the next Spider-Man movie, which we now know was it Spider-Man No Way Home. Yeah. Which that's some news that came out. We're not dedicating time to that. It was a cute video though. It was a really cute little video they did revealing the name of the movie. But yeah, that said, yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home, which honestly is probably the most obvious and appropriate name for that movie. We knew it was going to have home in it in some way, shape, form, or fashion. First movie is called Homecoming, presuming that you are coming home, and also the fact that it was homecoming. Far From Home, because he went on a trip and he was not going to be home, and that would imply that he is no longer able to get back, because when you get the third movie, No Way Home, makes sense. Okay.
You know who ain't got a way home because of what happened in Endgame? Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. They ain't got no way home. That shit is confirmed now, dog. I don't want to hear nothing.
This
rap,
man.
dog. They in there now, man.
Hey. I'm not denying. But no, Kevin Feige was asked about this, and his statement was essentially that they had lots of conversations with Sam Raimi and the rest on making Doctor Strange 2 accessible, whether you've seen WandaVision or not. He also went on to say, and this is what got people really talking, was that I think there are legions of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fans and Daredevil fans and Jessica Jones fans and Luke Cage fans who would disagree with you. When he was talking about his approach, is like why his approach is more successful than previous Marvel TV. Basically, what they were trying to say to him is that his approach to how he creates and crafts a story is better than what Marvel TV was doing. But what he was trying to do is defend Marvel TV, saying that actually these shows did tell a good story and they did craft a good narrative. Now, the thing that people pointed out that he left out a couple of shows that he didn't bring up Iron Fist, obviously, and he didn't bring up Inhumans. Now, he also in the statement did not bring up the Runaways or Legion or the Gifted, which I liked the Gifted season 1. I did not care for season 2. I thought the Runaways was good. I thought the first season was kind of a hair slow, but I thought everything else after that was really good. And I actually, even though, and Cloak and Dagger I thought was a little slow at first too, but I did enjoy.
Lie again.
Oh,
Lie again.
This man.
Damn Cloak and Dagger. This man here, dog.
Well,
why are you lying to the public? Why are you lying to your people? Now I'm going to always be known as Carter, the truthful one. See what you're doing right now? Because you lie too damn much. I like Cloak and Dagger and the Runaways. Okay.
I did.
Okay, dog.
I liked them.
Okay.
Dude, I like the Runaways. Me and my wife, we watched it together. We watched all the seasons together. I mean, I think they only did like 2 or 3. And they even had like the crossover joint. Cloak and Dagger and the Runaways. I thought it was good. I mean, it wasn't perfect. But I mean, shit, none of them Cloak and Dagger comics were either. I mean, not all of them. I'm not going to sit here and act like every Cloak and Dagger comic was lit. Hell, them motherfuckers couldn't decide whether they were mutants or metahumans.
I promise.
Look, they didn't nail that shit down until, what was it? Dark Avengers? Dark Reign? They didn't actually lock down that Cloak and Dagger, because for people don't know, Cloak and Dagger back in the day, when they first came out, they were supposed to be mutants, supposedly. Even though technically, I don't know, it's stupid. But anyway, over the years, motherfuckers kept flip-flopping on whether or not they were mutants. They were even on the X-Men at one point.
Mm.
And then eventually at some point, I remember there was I think it was Dark Reign. Norman Osborn was like, "Hey, I want to put you on my X-Men team," which was like, supposed to be the Dark X-Men or whatever. And I remember they were like, "Hey, we're not mutants." He was like, "Well, no one will know the difference." he's like, you're young, you have superpowers, you're put upon. They'll just assume you're mutants. I was like, Lord, Norman Osborn, get him out of here.
That's cold.
But yeah, but now like I said, there were shows he didn't bring up, and probably for good reason. Like I said, now I definitely cannot vouch for Legion because, as I have previously stated, I did not find it entertaining.
But watch Cloak and Dagger and Runaways, but didn't watch Legion.
I watched an episode and a half of Legion. I just could not get through it. I'm sorry.
You can't. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna be the one. I'm gonna say what all them people who thumbs down each Blerd Cave we do because they don't like our opinion. I'm gonna throw y'all a bone. I'm gonna give y'all a solid. Okay, I'm gonna curse out Blerd without fear. You're the same fucking person that will dick ride WandaVision about how people complaining about how it's a slow burn and these people are so lazy and they just can't wait and get a cohesive story. When Legion did that shit way before WandaVision, and this is what we got to hear from the Blerd. We got to hear.
Well, to be fair, WandaVision.
Meat kettle.
To be fair, WandaVision has a leg up in that I never liked the character of Legion. That is also probably a part of the problem. I just always I don't know what it is, for love or money, I've never been able to get to the character of Legion. When they brought that motherfucker back for X-Men Disassembled, I was like, Lord, why? And now they about to bring this motherfucker back again for Reign of X. I'm just like, ugh, why? But I know Legion has his fans. I'm not saying that I think the show is terrible. It just ain't for me. And I don't know. Even the little bit I know about Legion from the comics, I was like, this ain't really remind me of the comics. I was like, this feels
You know
like
why you
something
can't
else.
say Legion was terrible? Because you said that shit like 6 Blerd Caves ago, motherfucker. I got receipts. You not finna sit here.
Well, no,
and dog out Legion.
cleaning.
Nope.
I'm cleaning up my statement. No, I mean, I'll rescind that. Like, because there's some shit that really just ain't for me. And I tell people that all the time. I said, not everything's for everybody. I'll admit that. I'll be the first, like, when people say they don't like something like that, maybe it ain't for you. That's usually my first suggestion. Maybe it wasn't for you. Legion was clearly, look, no one at Marvel or Fox was like, hey, we making this Legion show. We got to make sure Blerd Without Fear like this shit, okay? We got to make sure he owned this motherfucker. So, all right, so here, you make sure you put this, and this in here, and change this and flip that. They ain't doing that for me. Because if they were doing that for me, then we'd have got a better Inhuman show. We'd have got a better Iron Fist. Hell, we probably would have got a decent season 1 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Because Lord knows that I only really liked that show when Ghost Rider was on that motherfucker. That was the season where Barb was like, hey, look, we got to get Blerd on the show. We got to get him
so
like
bad.
he's dogging it out on Twitter. He dogging
Make
it
it
out
so
on Twitter.
bad. I've never watched one single solitary episode. So here's the deal. I've never watched one episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mm-hmm.
When they had Charles Gunn from Angel on there as
yeah.
Deathlock,
Yeah.
I said, okay, I'll give it a watch. And I saw a YouTube clip, and they were like, yeah, he's not on there anymore. So I'm like, cool, I'm not watching this shit.
Yeah.
And then I heard about Ghost Rider. You want to know everything I have seen on Ghost Rider on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Because it has not been from episodes. It's all been from YouTube
like
clips.
from clips.
That's it. That's it.
But thing is, when they had him on the show, it was good. Like, they actually did a really good job of translating Robbie Reyes from the comic to the show. Like, they actually did a fantastic job, because I was like, yeah, the car, the way he looked. I mean, yeah, it wasn't like perfect CGI, but I mean, it was a TV show. TV shows don't have the same budgets as what movies get. So I was like, I mean, for a television show, I was like, dude, they did a good fucking job. Like, I got excited. I was actually one of the main motherfuckers who was hyped when they said they were making a Ghost Rider show for Hulu, and then they canceled. They even said they were going to bring back, Gabriel Luna to come back and play him again. I was like, dude, this is perfect. But, you know, apparently...
That's crazy, too.
Yeah.
Y'all said no to that, but then y'all gave us fucking Hellstrom.
Yeah, we got Hellstrom. Like, y'all could have gave us at least one season of Ghost Rider. Let Ghost Rider be great. But y'all said, no, we need to make budget Supernatural. Because that's what that was. When
Supernatural was already budget.
Right. Supernatural already budget as is. Dude, and don't y'all even,
man.
and I don't want nan motherfucker to come out here and try and tell me, man, no, man, Supernatural, man, it had a budget. Nah, quit fucking lying to me.
Don't do that.
Them damn smoke monsters.
I'm a fan of Supernatural or not. Don't do that. Don't do that, y'all.
Look, I am a fan of the first 6 seasons of Supernatural and nothing else. Them goddamn smoke monsters they used to put up there. Oh man, the demons is coming. They couldn't show you no real demons. So what they did is what they come up with, Carter? Smoke monsters. Like they acted like this is the X-Files.
Oh, see, that's how I know you didn't watch Supernatural. It wasn't always smoke monsters.
Well, no, it wasn't always.
Sometimes when they died, their eyes flickered like you came in your room and hit your switch too quick and blew the bulb. That's what it was.
Well, no, remember when they used to when the demons would escape from the bodies they possessed? They wouldn't show no real demon.
Yeah, going in the vents and shit.
Look, no, because there was one episode. I think it was a season finale. They was season finale for. Maybe it was season 2 or 3, I can't remember. But like, it was a whole bunch of demons coming down. And like, all you saw, black smoke. It was like 8 or 9 trails of black smoke just coming down. And I was thinking oh man, dude, they finally gonna show us some demons. We gonna see some real shit. And I was like, oh. I guess this is cool. Hey, here's the thing. Look, you can even, like, anyone can even ask my wife. I used to be all about Supernatural. But once they hit that logical conclusion, and then they just kept going. And I was like, I can't ride with y'all after this. I can't keep going.
That tripped me out about Supernatural, especially coming from Buffy and Angel. And that's still WB. I don't care what they changed their name to. We had hella demons on both of those shows, especially Angel. So I'm like, how y'all?
They had a whole building full of them.
Like the demons on Supernatural eyes was doing this when they get shot or something. Like do that bullshit. Like, what? Like, come on, bro. Like, what? Like, that's what their eyes do.
I'm dead.
Like as soon as they get stabbed by some like kind of fucking holy weapon or something, their eyes. That's what they do. Like, oh, they don't know, bro. And I'm a fan of that show, and I can honestly say that.
Oh, goddamn. I'm dead.
I'm just saying.
Look, they have no budget for them eyes. They're like, nah, man, just turn the lights off real quick. No, what was it? Wait, no. What was your boy, was it Jeffrey Dean Morgan? And they had that motherfucker on the show. They know what to do with Jeffrey Dean Morgan when they had him on that motherfucker. And then they brought the goddamn mammy on the show. I was like, Lord, I swear. But no, I used to be all about Supernatural. Man, I was like, man, then they brought in Castiel. I was like, oh yeah, now we getting somewhere. We got Castiel in this motherfucker. Let's go. Then they fucked that up. They fucked that one up. I was like, Lord, See, you can't let CW do shit. CW get too happy. But speaking of motherfuckers getting too happy, Netflix that got too happy. Because goddamn, Netflix stayed trying to get this anime bag. They already got 7 Deadly Sins. They got Castlevania. They put Dragon's Dogma out. They making, was it Devil May Cry? Ain't they getting Devil May Cry?
Yeah, I think they're doing that in Legend of Zelda as well. That's not an anime though, but still.
Well, yeah. And then you got them Godzilla animes.
Yeah.
Lord, they are out here trying to get this goddamn money.
Forgot about those.
Well, we getting another one, y'all. We getting one of Carter's.
You keep that same fucking energy you had last night when you showed me we were gonna be talking about this.
Oh no!
You got on my case for saying this is gonna be some bullshit.
No. I actually, okay. So if I would have actually said it to you, the way it would have been spoken would have been, I mean, you never know. It might be
That's what you said. And what did I tell you? Well, let's go ahead and tell them.
Let's tell them what it is.
What
Carter, tell the good people what anime series we gonna get on Netflix.
I almost did the fucking noise.
Look, wait.
Doom, 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 doom. Like, oh God.
We're getting Terminator, the anime series. Look, honestly, I don't even like when I hear that I don't even think about Terminator anymore. I be thinking about Kenny Omega.
Oh God.
Kenny Omega, a better Terminator. He a better Terminator right now than any movie they'd come out with. No, I won't lie. Actually, I did slick like Dark Fate, but I did not like Genesis at all. I did not like Genesis at all.
Dark Fate. Good Lord.
I like Dark Fate. They at least tried to do something different. Even though it was kind of the same thing. But they at least like, because honestly, a lot of the stuff from Terminator Salvation wound up. A lot of stuff that was that got put on the chopping block for Terminator Salvation.
The last good Terminator movie was Terminator Salvation. Okay,
yeah. Well, no, I'm not saying that was the last good one. I'm just saying that it had an interesting scene in it. But there was a scene that was supposed to, there was a plot element rather from that movie that ultimately I think wound up didn't get used or didn't get expounded upon. And that was supposed to be the nature of Sam Worthington's the true nature of Sam Worthington's character. They didn't really expound upon it as much as they probably should have, but they actually used that in Dark Fate. I didn't hate Dark Fate. I thought it was fine. Sometimes I think the worst crime a movie could commit nowadays is just being okay or fine, but because no one feels strongly about it one way or the other, so it makes them feel more strongly about it.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
When you first told me this, it's going to be a Terminator anime, and I said, that's going to be some bullshit. You said, just like you repeated,
I did.
You never know, man. It could be good. And what was my response to you, Blerd? Motherfucker said the same thing about those nasty Marvel animes.
Hey, look.
And if you sit here and tell me that one of those animes were good, I'm leaving.
Look, first off, I was not about to fix my face to tell that lie. I did not like really any of them. But no, basically what I was getting at was just the fact that I felt that the if done correctly, and we don't know, couldn't be, it might get done decently. Now, the thing we got to take into account here with this is that this is going to be done. I mean, yeah, Netflix is releasing this, but I mean, obviously Netflix isn't making animes. They're actually hiring other studios to do the work for them. The production studio behind this is supposed to be Skydance Media, which I'm actually trying to think of other things that Skydance Media has actually made. Let's see. I'm looking at their projects. Okay, so Skydance Media, the studio that is responsible for The Old Guard, which I thought was good. I thought Old Guard was good. They
Altered
did
Carbon.
Yeah, Altered Carbon. They did the Jack Reacher. Never Go Back in the first Jack Reacher. Ghost Protocol, Mission Impossible. They did the honestly, the True Grit reboot. I could take it or leave it because it is what it is. They also did. Now I will throw some cold water on this motherfucker. Okay, actually no. Before I throw some cold water, I'm actually gonna make a statement here. Fuck this shit. I don't give a fuck. It's my show. I do what I want. While yes, they are responsible for movies like Terminator Genesis and Star Trek Into Darkness. While they are
Star Trek Into Darkness.
What's that? Oh,
What's wrong with
that
Star Trek Into Darkness?
Star Trek Into Darkness is a fine enough movie, but the thing that really made that movie not fun for me was the fact that J.J. Abrams sat there and lied his ass off saying that Khan was not in the movie. He swore up and down Khan was not in the movie, and then we get to the movie, and what's the first thing come out of Benedict Cumberbatch's mouth? My name is Khan.
Okay.
I was like, Lord, get this movie. I was like, y'all just say you were remaking Wrath of Khan. Why didn't you just say that? Why you got to lie?
Tatiana Maslany said that she wasn't She-Hulk.
She did, but thing is, she didn't say that she wasn't She-Hulk, and then the show come out, and we just see trailers and everything, and then she shows up, yeah, I'm not really She-Hulk. Oh, wait, I am She-Hulk. Like, she didn't wait till the movie, the TV show to come out. They literally, Benedict Cumberbatch said he wasn't Khan. Everybody in the movie said he wasn't Khan. J.J. Abrams said he wasn't Khan. I was like, why? They even gave this motherfucker a fake name. They gave him a fake-ass, boring-ass name. And I'm like, dude, I said, if y'all would have just said he was Khan, like, first off, I just want to know what happened in this other universe that made Khan go from being, was it Ricardo Montalban? Turned the whitest man in America. Lord, get me. Or actually, the whitest man in all of Europe. Get this shit out of my face. Anyway, that said, I do want to say yes. While they did those, I do not have a problem with. They also did Mission Impossible. They've actually done all the last few really good Mission Impossible movies because they did Rogue Nation. Because Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, and Fallout are fucking awesome. I know some people don't like Gemini Man. I actually think it's a fine movie. I think that, it is weird to watch CGI Will Smith seeing Fresh Prince out here with the strap. Just like, we done went from, why don't he want me no more, to this motherfucker out here. This motherfucker out here catching bodies. That is kind of weird to watch, but I always tell people, watch that movie in 4K 60 frames per second. That shit is weird. Because it looks real. I don't know if you've seen it, but man, it looks fucking real. They also did Annihilation, which is that movie with Natalie Portman, Tessa Thompson, which I thought was a really good movie. That's actually one of the best sci-fi horror movies I've seen in a long time. They also did, even though I know people hate the G.I. Joe live action movies, I actually thought G.I. Joe Retaliation was not bad. It's more like the cartoon than I think people want to give it credit for. Because G.I. Joe is fucking stupid. Anyway, World War Z, they did, which I thought World War Z is a fine enough movie, but it has nothing to do with that fucking book.
The video game was better than the goddamn movie because it had more to do with the...
the video game had more to do with the book than anything else. But, we ain't here to talk about that. They also did Geostorm. I will put that L squarely on their chest, but they also have been responsible. They have been responsible for both Terminator Genesis, which is terrible, and Dark Fate, which I think is just fine. But The Old Guard is their most recent work. And they also have the upcoming Snake Eyes movie, Mission Impossible 7 and 8, because God knows that they ain't gonna stop making them motherfuckers. Which, to be fair, they have every right to, because I think Mission Impossible is the only movie franchise that I can think of that actually gets better with each sequel. But that said, that is the accolades of the studio behind this. And honestly, we won't know if it's good or bad till we see a trailer and a little bit of the show itself. But I'm willing to give it a chance, because honestly, the same shit that Carter said about this, I said about Castlevania. When they said they were making Castlevania anime, I was like, this is going to be some bullshit. And here we are, 3 seasons later, and it's one of my favorite shows. So that's why I say I always like to take the wait-and-see approach. I never want anything to be bad. I don't like to assume things are bad. Sometimes it's obvious to tell when things are bad, but I always deep down, I want, like, case in point, Snyder Cut. I know that motherfucker's gonna be bad, and I've been very vocal about it. But I hope that it doesn't suck. I want to be surprised. I'm just saying. I never intentionally want to watch a bad thing, 'cause that's a waste of my fucking time. You know, like, it just is what it is. But moving along, speaking of projects, Carter, are you a fan of the Guyver?
I hadn't thought about the Guyver in
For those who are not familiar, the Guyver, it was a anime manga series and was later adapted into a series of a couple of live action movies.
I remember the movies. Yep.
Yeah, and then they had another anime series that came out that was a little more faithful to the original manga, Bio Boosted Armor Guyver. It was about a guy high school kid, who finds this alien device, of which there are 3 on the planet Earth, and it is a device that is like an alien organism. Basically, it's a fucking symbiote. It's basically Venom. It's basically Venom, is what it is.
He tried his best to beat around the bush, but just said, fuck it.
It's basically Venom. But the thing latches onto him, becomes a part of him, and he becomes this superhero. Well, I'm saying all this not because we're getting a Guyver live action movie or anime series or video game or anything like that. What we're getting is a character who DC blatantly ripped off from the Guyver when they were revamping some of their superheroes. And that is, we are likely going to be getting a Blue Beetle film. And it's basically going to be coming from the Warner Brothers DC Films slate, which I'm here for. I actually like, for as dismissive as that sounded, I actually like Jaime Reyes as Blue Beetle. I actually like him better than Ted Cord. Like, when everybody's like, oh man, they just kicked Ted Cord to the curb, I was like, fuck that motherfucker. He ain't got no bio-boosted armor Guyver shit going on. Y'all know me, I love Tokusatsu. Guyver is about as close to Tokusatsu as you get without being Tokusatsu.
I just called several of you people in the chat ugly as shit.
What, they thought I was talking about MacGyver?
You thought you were talking about MacGyver.
Lord.
Now that I got that out the way,
yeah.
To be completely honest with you, never really gave a fuck about Blue Beetle.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I don't blame you.
Now, if memory serves, he was always paired with Booster Gold.
Yes.
That case, and maybe I'm just thinking about that because of Future State, because I was reading an issue of Future State. They done melded these two motherfuckers together on some amalgam shit and called them Gold Beetle or Booster Beetle.
You can stop right there. You can stop. Let me save you. You don't even have to finish that sentence.
Okay. But yeah, the only thing that I know about the information I have when it pertains to Blue Beetle was Young Justice.
Yeah.
And Injustice. Like, that's
okay. Yeah.
That's where my shit begins and ends.
Well, yeah, because Blue Beetle, that's fair, because Blue Beetle was a major component of Young Justice Season 2. Mm-hmm. And, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Blue Beetle is a blatant copy of Guyver. It's the same fucking story. It's the same fucking story.
Yeah, I was gonna say Beetleborgs because I was not thinking about Guyver, but you're right. Yeah, because that was the first thing that popped in my head. First time I saw him was a big bad Beetleborgs.
Mm-hmm. And that was also, honestly, now once again, I'm not flaming Jaime Reyes. I think this is awesome because not only is this going to, Blue Beetle has been rumored to get a movie for I don't know how long. Booster Gold has been rumored to get a movie for I don't know how long. They've both been rumored to get a TV show together, like a buddy cop TV show together, and it is yet to materialize. I'm here for this because I want to see Jaime Reyes get his shine, because I feel like he's one of those characters who, kind of like Cyborg in the DC Comics, I always feel like, man, Cyborg, for being a member of the Justice League, man, he should have a better book than this.
Yeah.
And I felt the same way about
shouldn't have been on the fucking Justice League.
Well, all I'm gonna say is y'all could have called Mr. Terrific. Anyway, or Black Lightning, or anybody but motherfucking Cyborg, but that's okay. We're not gonna, no. Yeah. The point I'm trying to make is, I personally feel like not only is this a good move because not only are you giving people a character they've been asking for, you are also going to be making your first Latinx superhero film under the DC Comics banner.
Mm-hmm.
Now think about this for a second. We haven't even gotten, to my knowledge, we've not even gotten a Latinx superhero film from Marvel. Am I right? We have not.
Yes, because Miss America stuff hadn't come out yet. Yeah.
Right, yeah. None of the Miss Americas and Miss America. Well, and I'm talking about like a like an actual like a solo movie. Like I'm talking about like Black Panther. This would be a first. Like a big budget major production, because I know a lot of people like to put that qualifier on, because I remember when Black Panther was coming out, people were like, oh, y'all go act like Blade didn't exist, or like Blank Man or Meteor Man didn't exist. Here's the thing that people forget when we talk about Black Panther in terms of how important it was. It's not to say that Blade wasn't important, but let's think about this for a second. I want to pull up something. The first Blade movie's budget was $45 million. The second Blade movie's budget was $55 million. Blade Trinity's movie budget was $65 million. So when I say big budget, I'm talking about anything over $100 million. Blade was never a movie that costed that much money. Blank Man for goddamn sure didn't cost no $55 million. Lord. Meteor Man? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no. Blank Man was, I ordered the Domino's, bro, and I put you in the credits.
Right. Look. Black Panther cost $200 million. It was a major fucking gamble. Yeah. Never before in the history of ever had a major studio put $200 million behind a black superhero with a black cast, a predominantly black cast, mind you, that really only had about 2 white people in it. 3, if you count the heifer that got killed with the coffee. And y'all gonna say to myself, well, what about Blank Man? What about Meteor Man? What about... I'm not saying they don't exist. It doesn't diminish them. But what I'm saying is y'all aren't understanding where I'm coming from. Could you imagine? Here, I want to see something. Hold on. I want to see something. Here, because you know what? I want y'all motherfuckers to understand. I'm going to use a saying that probably only Carter is going to be the only motherfucker that's going to know what I'm talking about. I want y'all to know that fat meat is greasy. I want y'all to understand that fat meat is greasy. Blank Man only cost $30 million. Blank Man, y'all. Meteor Man, $20 million. I'm just trying to help y'all understand.
I'm shocked Blank Man cost any kind of million. I'm telling you, that was $40 and I will order the Domino's.
Yeah, look, no, you ain't ordering no Domino's. You know the motherfuckers got some hot readies.
You right. I'm just saying that because I just ordered Domino's. You right, my bad. Did we? Yeah, I think we missed some super chats.
Oh yeah, we have missed some super chats. We're gonna get into, because we're about to be done with our stories. But I just want to be very clear about what I'm talking about here. The fact that I want y'all to understand that this would be a huge deal, because we're just now getting Shang-Chi. The Shang-Chi movie budget is I don't even think we have a report on how much that movie is going to cost. But the thing is, what you got to look at is, could you imagine a movie studio putting the kind of love and attention into Black Panther that they would into a Latinx-led movie, a Chinese-led movie, a Japanese-led movie, a Native American-led movie? Could you imagine that kind of representation, what that could do? Love to see it. Anyway, going back. Let's go back through these super chats. I know we got a shit ton of them, and I know for a fact there are gonna be some I'm not gonna be able to show because, let's see here, because I know we have missed a fair chunk. No, we haven't. I got it. Okay, so right now, where are we at on? We're not doing bad on time. We might be able to get through this. Okay, so Afrofuturism Productions. $5 super chat says, if you want to trash CW, how can you not bring up that they are doing a live action Powerpuff Girls with them being older? Oh, no. Oh, yeah, no.
I'm scared to look this shit up. I'm honest to God, I'm scared to look that shit up.
Okay, so I'm going to be honest with y'all. The reason why I didn't bring up Powerpuff Girls is because we actually talked about this on the show a few months back. It's been a while, but we talked about this on the show a few months back, and I think I'm only going to repeat what I said then. Hell no to the no. Look, I'm just saying, shout outs to rest in peace, Bishop Bullwinkle. We miss you, pimp.
I'm sorry, dude, but like a lot of people are saying it's gonna kind of be like the Riverdale stuff, and it's like I don't want to see Powerpuff Girls beat up Mojo Jojo and then start fucking at the end. I don't want to see that.
But that's what they do now. And honestly, that's what it's called. It's called Riverdale. It's called Riverdale now because you take a property. Yeah. When you take a property that otherwise was like kind of like clean cut, and then you darken it up, you make it more. Okay, what was that show? Winx. The Wink show that everybody got mad about that's on Netflix right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I watched that motherfucker because my wife was watching it because she saw it. She got curious. She didn't even know that it used to be a cartoon. She didn't even have a clue that it used to be a cartoon or whatever.
Okay, so I thought you were talking about the cartoon.
No. This is a live action series that's on Netflix right now. And they did the same shit.
Oh, wow.
It's angsty and don't watch it. Don't watch it. Please don't. Dude, you love
It's too late. I'm already trying to look this up.
No, Carter, you love yourself. Don't do it. Carter, you love yourself. Don't do it.
I'm just like what?
Lord, don't do it, man. Don't do it to yourself.
Oh my. Okay.
Yeah, just don't do it, man. Just don't do it. We got the COBY with the $5 super chat. Says, Carter, Ernie, what are your thoughts on the new TV show Superman and Lois? Me personally, I'm game for it. I can't fuck with that show. I'm sorry, I can't. I've said so. Why in the Discord? We've talked about on the show previously, but the way that they did the writer for that show, how they kicked her to the curb, a black woman, and they kicked her to the curb because she basically spoke out about some of the dumbass shit they were going to be doing on that show. Talking about how she wanted to have more characters on the show that are black and brown that are not villains. Because she said basically the only black and brown people in the show are the bad guys. The fact that, the show didn't really give Lois anything to do. They may have cleaned some of that shit up. I don't know. I don't care. I have no interest in watching the Superman and Lois show. Once Black Lightning is done, the only CW show I will be watching is Stargirl until they fuck that up too, inevitably. And then Naomi, whenever that comes out, and then they fuck that up too. It's the only show I will be watching.
I haven't watched it just because I don't hate the show for the same reason that Ernie hates the show. It's because I knew about it. I knew what he was talking about, but I didn't realize it was Superman and Lois. I completely forgot about that part.
Yeah, Superman and Lois.
To be completely honest with you, I just fell off of all the CW shows. Like literally the only one that I will take some time out to go watch, honestly, at this juncture was fucking Doom Patrol. That's the only reason I haven't watched it. I think I saw some stills where he was wearing like the Kingdom Come suit. Then he was wearing the I almost started laughing because I said come there. My mind is I'm like 5 years old. I saw he was wearing the Kingdom Come looking outfit, and then he was wearing something that kind of looked like that graphic novel that Straczynski did, Superman Earth 1.
Oh, but, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The reviewers say it's not that bad. They said it's solid, but that's the only reason I haven't watched it, just because I fell off of all those CW fucking DC shows.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped watching Black Lightning like damn near before the first season ended. To be completely honest with y'all, like I just fell off of all that CW shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Black Lightning's even been kind of starting to lose me because this is the last season, and they wrote. Now this isn't their fault. They wrote the season as though the show was going to continue on because they didn't know this season was going to be their last season until they were already halfway through shooting it. So I mean, everything that's happening in the show just doesn't seem like a final season. And who knows? The latter half of it probably will feel more like a final season. But that is really Black Lightning and Stargirl, the only shows on CW right now that I give a shit about. And once Black Lightning's gone, it's kind of like, well, the last one out hit the lights. Let's see. NA with the $2 super says that moment when Luther Vandross was a villain. Lord, why y'all gotta...
was a villain.
Dude, oh my God. Look, this man just got done singing a song that helped you pipe out your girlfriend, and then gonna go out and become a whole ass supervillain.
He finna hit you with that same pipe.
Right? That same motherfucker. He's like, oh, Two's one with the $5 super chat says if these folks bring a Black Man and Meteor Man, they may as well just add Disney's Up, and Away to that list too. Yeah, a lot of people don't talk about Up, and Away,
Jesus.
which I think also was Robert Townsend, wasn't it? That was also Robert Townsend.
I think so.
Yeah, I want to say that was also Mr. Townsend. I haven't seen it in forever, but yeah, that was Robert Townsend. A lot of people don't remember.
Yep,
this
it was
shit.
Robert Townsend. Yeah, it was Robert Townsend.
Yeah, a lot of motherfuckers don't remember
Sherman
that
Hemsley
shit.
was in that movie.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Dude, that shit. Dude, Up, and Away was some wild shit, dude. Up, and Away, Up, and Away, dude. They thought they was doing something. Here, y'all don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Hold on. Look at this shit. Up, and motherfucking Away. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Goddamn it.
Oh man.
Look at him.
Man.
Look at these motherfuckers. This man looked like, you know, he looks like Nighthawk. I just now caught that. He looks like Nighthawk from the Squadron Supreme. Not the one from actually the one from the alternate Earth is wearing that costume now, but yeah, the classic Nighthawk costume. That's what Robert Townsend looks like right now. That motherfucker looks like Nighthawk. Disney slick made a Nighthawk TV movie and we didn't notice. Lord. Man, what's up, Cypher World? What's going on, pimp? Y'all go check out my homie Cypher World too, man. Click that motherfucker's name. Go give that man some love. That man's out here. Yeah, and Up, and Away. This was a whole ass, like, black family of superheroes. This was Black Lightning before Black Lightning. Oh, goddamn. Get this shit off my screen. Goddamn. It was not good, though. It was not good. Lord. Dude, first off, I just want to point out, here, I got a picture right here. I want y'all to see this shit. I want y'all to see how not here. Look, and I don't even have a good image of it, so y'all have to forgive me. But I want y'all to see how not here for this shit Sherman Hemsley was. Look at this shit. Look at Sherman. That motherfucker look mad as hell. He's like, man, I can't believe I signed on for this bullshit. He's like, I can't believe I let my agent talk.
God,
my
I
shit.
forgot about that, man. Ooh, I forgot about that. That is so nasty.
That man,
that's so nasty.
That man said, I could have. I ain't gonna make that joke.
Oh,
No, I ain't gonna do it, y'all. I ain't gonna do it. We ain't gonna be problematic with Sherman Hemsley. God rest his soul. God rest his soul. Okay, carrying on. Love it. We've also got, oh my God, here. We got another one from NA with the $5 super chat. Says, Meteor Man, where the group of villains have the glow. Dude, they really do. When you got that glow, you feel it in your heart and soul. I don't even know if that's actually the words. I just know the part was, it's the power of elevation. Dude, you know what I just thought about? That was the precursor to Sky High. Up, Up, and Away.
Oh, wow.
When because the Up, Up, and Away, I'm trying to remember when it came out.
It was in 2000s. Yeah.
I think this motherfucker was Slick, the precursor to Sky High.
Wow. Okay.
That's like, let's try with the Blackies first. Then we'll get.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, you know, that's how they
white milked Up, Up, and Away. That is crazy. Damn.
Look, ain't that about a bitch?
Nothing.
Dude, look. Oh, wait. Yeah, 2005 was Sky High.
Mm-hmm.
Up, Up, and Away. When was that? That was 2000. Lord, See, they living crazy. Singled it. They living singled it. They said, nah, what we going to do is we're going to let the darkies make it first. And then we'll white it up and it'll be better. That's what we'll do. Let's see here. More knowledge with a $5 super chat. Says, I'm broke, y'all. Lord, don't spend your last. Dude, save that money for the hot and ready. You supposed to save that money for the hot and ready. Because God knows I'm about to buy some. Lord. Ron Johnson with the $10 super chat. Didn't even say anything. Just came through to show some love, man. We appreciate you, brother. Another one from Ron Johnson, $5 super chat, says, I need a Last Dragon reboot now. See, we talked about that. I talked about that with some friends. I don't think Ty Mack is trying to be any part of that. But if we could get a brother in here that just is corny looking and could whoop some ass, we could have that happen. God, and Josh Show, hey, we ain't got Show Enough with us no more. He's gone. God rest his soul. But it's gonna be all right though. It's gonna be all right though. Reggie Simmons with the $5 super chat says some of the blackest moments on the internet happens right here. Peace, man. Dude, look. Hey.
Well, thank you, I guess.
Hey, but you know it is. It's because we keep it real. It's because we keep it real. We don't tell no stories. Said that OT Genesis on the left. Lord, y'all need to quit playing. Y'all need to quit playing with me. Look, don't make me play the song. Card, have you ever heard OT Genesis?
Yes, I have. I remember when you made me listen to that fucking Keisha Cole shit he did in the middle of a boss fight on Borderlands 3. I have never been so fucking mad on a video game since Dead by Daylight because he made it worse because he would try to hit the high notes. He knew I was pissed because I was dead silent, which just made him laugh harder. So I'm trying to play Borderlands 3 on a boss fight, and I took my headset off. Like I threw that shit like on the ground because I could hear him laughing still.
Well, hit you with that. Oh, cuz.
Okay. Ain't here for that.
Look,
Not at all. Not at all.
Oh, God. Look. I don't know why that trips me out so bad. Anyway. Okay, I'm done. Oh, Lord. Okay. Carter, what is your what is your recommended read for the week? And then we're gonna get into some questions.
Yeah, so my recommended book this week is an Image book just started. Stray Dogs #1. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you right now where this book goes. None of y'all are gonna expect it. None of y'all are gonna see it coming up. Because it caught me off guard, to be completely honest with you guys. Again, this is an Image book. It was done by Tony Fleeks, and the art was done by Trish Forstner. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, like I always do with my recommenders, I'll tell you what the issue is about, and then hopefully you'll go back and check those issues out, like Savage Avengers and what have you. And at least with this one, it's a issue #1, so take it or leave it. But basically, this book starts with a dog. Okay, it's a dog at the vet getting shots, and the owner of the dog is worried that the dog is going to hate them when they get the shots. And that's when the veterinarian lets them know that dogs have short-term memory, so the dog isn't even going to remember getting the shot, so you're free and clear. Next thing you know, the dog wakes up and it's surrounded by several other dogs that are referring to this dog whose name is Sophie, as, oh my God, it's a new dog. We got a new dog. It's a new friend. It's a new friend. And everything in this book looks like it's a straight up Disney movie. One thing that Ernie and I were saying when we were talking about it was all dogs go to heaven. That's what the book looked like. All these characters, all dogs go to heaven.
Yeah, like how the motherfucker in the top left of the pack, top left.
Yeah,
that's Charlie. That's Charlie.
Yeah, that's Charlie like a motherfucker.
That's Charlie like a motherfucker. What the fuck?
So basically, he's the leader of the group. He's introducing in the middle here, Sophie, our main character. He's introducing her to all the other dogs. But like, think 101 Dalmatians, Aristocrats, fucking Lady in the Tramp. It looks like it's a Disney movie when you're reading this book, and that says a lot for the art because the art is great. And in the process of I almost said Charlie. In the process of Sophie getting introduced to everyone, he has a bit of an accident, and everyone's taking her through the house that she's in. This is the master's kitchen. This is the front yard. We can't go out there. There are cars there. This is the backyard. This is where we play with the master sometimes, and this is where we go to the bathroom and poop. This is the room that has the most sun. That locked door, that's the master's private room. I'm pretty certain he has the food in there. That's why he keeps it locked. And basically, you fast forward to later on in the day, and everyone's asleep. The master of all the dogs, because he has other animals in the house. But in the process of the master checking on Sophie, seeing that she's under a table somewhere, he sees that she's cold, and he wraps a red blanket around her. And this is where the story gets interesting. That short-term memory I was talking about. Well, in the process of this dog owner wrapping this blanket around Sophie sees this blanket, and it triggers a memory in Sophie's head that basically lets her remember that in the process of coming from the vet and going home, some random assailant proceeded to murder her actual owner. She goes and proceeds to wake up all the other dogs and tell them this. She's the new girl. She's the new girl that had an accident on the floor. She seems like a weirdo. So none of the other dogs are really trying to listen to what she's saying. She's still having nightmares about how the person whose home she's in right now choked her actual owner to death with the same red blanket that he tried to warm her up with. And you fast forward to the next day where Charlie go ahead and he tells Sophie, look, I don't believe you. We've been here for a very long time with the master. I don't think he would do something like this. But to give you peace of mind, let's go ahead and we'll try to peek around, investigate. And I can basically prove you wrong that our master didn't kill anybody. To which Sophie responds, who got murdered? What the fuck are you talking about? Because short-term memory, she already forgot. So this book is very, very interesting. I did not expect this twist from this book, but I gave it a shot because it was Image. And I'm saying if Image was going to do something like this, I was waiting on the other shoe to drop. I just didn't think murdering from the dog's perspectives would happen. So yeah, this was a really good first issue. I didn't know anything about the book. Ernie then proceeds to show me another cover from another issue. Yeah. I'm not going to talk about it here.
No. No, because it kind of gives away the covers. I've seen the covers for the next 2, 3, or 4 issues, and they kind of give away some of the. I don't want to say give away the plot because I haven't even read it yet, but just based on what Carter has already told me about, because we even talked about it a little bit before the show, I kind of already have a rough idea of what the covers are kind of alluding to. But I will definitely say this is probably one of the more clever usages of pets as your main characters in something. This is the dark side of the secret life of pets.
Yeah, like to literally have that poor dog flashback and watching their owner get strangled to death
Mm-hmm.
and then it's just gone. So now I'm really interested to see where this book is going to go. But yeah, Stray Dogs #1 from Image. That was a really good. That was a solid book that came out this week.
To
How about
an
you, Arnie?
answer was Robo Strange. He said, "Was this one of those drawn like it's for kids, but it's really for adults?" That's what it looks like to me. Like it probably looks like at first glance you probably would look at this and assume it's a book for kids, but it's not. I'm actually trying to see if I can find the original cover, like the actual. I'm trying to see if I can actually find the cover for it, because like all the other covers that I've seen for it have been like the alternates, like the variants. Here's one. Actually.
Hold on. I think I can send it to you here. Hold on.
I got that jut. Hold up. Bam.
Okay, cool.
This is the cover that I actually saw when I was skimming through Comixology. This is actually the original cover I saw. Which, I mean, it already kind of looks like it's like something's up. Like there's some weird, sinister thing going on here. It's not like a cutesy thing. The cover I showed y'all makes it look like it's going to be something cute. This actually implies there's some shit going on, even though it is a dog. But yeah, it's insane. It's fucking insane. No. Let's see here, man. Well, for me, my personal recommendation, Jesus Christ, for this week is going to be, and this is probably going to be to the surprise of absolutely no one, is going to be, was it Something is Killing the Children, number 15.
Okay.
This is going to surprise no one. This is going to surprise no one. This book, this is actually the final issue of the current storyline that's going on. I can only find the cover that didn't have the title in it, but basically this is I don't even want to say too much because I know a lot of people here don't keep up with it, but what I will say is that the conclusion of what has been going on since issue number 1 has finally happened, and all of the players in this story are reaching their I would say some logical conclusions, others more surprising and unexpected conclusions. For those, and I guess, man, you kind of have to set it up. Okay, basically, there's this town called Archer's Peak, and it is in Wisconsin, and there is a monster, an actual monster, that is killing children. And I actually had to show this to my wife, because when I told her I was reading, she was like, "Something's killing children? That sounds weird." And I was like, yeah. And I said, "They're actually clapping kids." And she was like, "No, they're not really killing kids in that comic." I was like, "Yeah, they killing kids. They killing whole ass kids. Kids getting eviscerated." This is the really real. The really real. And what's happening here is that our main character, Erica Slaughter, she works for an organization that kills monsters and keeps that shit quiet. Like, they don't want the world to know that there's actual monsters that exist. And the beauty of these is that the monsters are only visible to children and to the monster hunters, because the monster hunters are trained to be able to see them. They are aware they exist, so they know to look. They know they see them when they are around. But for the most part, adults don't see them. The monster can literally be staring you dead in your motherfucking face. You would not see it, and it can still hurt you. But the monsters primarily feed on children. That is their preferred meal, is children. And I think by the time you start this story, I think 10, I can't remember the exact number, I think it's 10 or so kids have already been clapped. Already missing. There's already a board full of children. Gone. And one of the other main characters, Tommy, he is the suspect of some of the more recent disappearances because he went into the woods with some of his friends. They were playing like Truth or Dare, and basically the monster, like the whole joke was that he was trying to scare them with a story that monsters are real, even though he was actually joking. And they go out in the woods, and then the monster's like, "Oh, bitch, you thought." And kills all his friends, but he's the only one who gets away, so everyone believes he's the one who killed the other kids. And the whole town fucks with him because of it. But, yeah, I see someone says, so it's like Bleach. I mean, that's a gross oversimplification, but yes. There are no soul swords. There's no soul society. Well, I guess technically there is, but there's no bankais or no bullshit like that. It's just straight up. It would be more accurate to say that the main character, Erica Slaughter, is closer to Blade than anybody else. Yeah. Without saying much more than that. But just know, I don't know if the comic is going to continue past number 15, but
it looked like he pretty much tried to wrap everything up. Right?
Yeah, because this is, for those who don't know, this is James Tynion the Fourth, who's currently writing Batman right now for DC. Yes. Or at least he was writing Batman. Well, I guess technically is Batman.
No, he's gonna be writing. Yeah, he's gonna be writing regular Batman now.
Okay. So yeah, it's I know he had been up to this point because he was doing all the Joker War shit. But like I know, like since DC Future State, I don't even remember if they actually released regular Batman comics. But whenever that.
Well, no, they didn't. But the solicits came out, so he's gonna be.
He's gonna be back. Okay. So yeah, that's your guy, James Tynion the Fourth. But the comic's great. I can't really say a whole heap of a lot about it because I mean this is presumably the end of the series. So, I mean I did just tell you everything, but just know that the monster, the monster's killing the children. The people that are coming to try and kill the monster, the normies who have no clue what's going on and don't believe that monsters exist. All of this shit hits a fever pitch over the last few issues, and this is the logical conclusion that comes. But yeah, it's ain't a Blerd Cave without throwing some shade at it.
And I've never noticed that. I never noticed that, but you literally do that.
I do every time. Well, I mean, because truth be told, a lot of times it's anime I don't like. Like I don't like Bleach. I cannot stand Bleach. I think Bleach is so bad. I don't like anime that bounces like anime that bounces back and forth between being super serious and then like super goofy. Those don't work for me. Like, and Bleach does it at breakneck speed. Like I'm just like, no, I'm good. I'll watch something else. And also shonen. It's more shonen anime. If you put a seinen anime in front of me, you won't hear me complain. You put a shonen anime in front of me, I'm like, I'm too grown for this. I'm too grown for this, man. I said, y'all disrespected my time. Y'all trying to hit me for 9 million episodes of story, and no. But let's start answering some questions from the chat, because we got a super chat in here already. Let's see here. Ed Boy the Cut says Tynion also writing the Great Department of Truth. Yes. Okay. James Tynion is actually okay. So right now, Al Ewing, Donny Cates, James Tynion.
Yeah.
Trying to think of some other ones. Jonathan Hickman, Kieran Gillen. Because a lot of people don't notice, Jonathan Hickman's still writing other books. Yeah. He's still writing other books for Image. On top of the stuff he's doing for X-Men. So, you know what? Now that I think about it with more perspective, I'm actually let Hickman slide on that Spider-Man fuck up from X-Men number 18. I'm going to let him slide on because I just remember he's actually doing a whole ass other series for Image Comics on top of the shit he does for Marvel, so I'll let him slide. Just this once though. Next time it's on your ass. But I'm trying to think who else was it. There's somebody else that's pulling a lot of double duty. Vita Yala's pulling double duty, doing books for both Marvel and DC. I was
really surprised that I became such a fan of James Tynion, just because I was introduced to him in Red Hood and the Outlaws when Lobdell took a break and it was whack. And then he started writing detective comics, and that was one of the best damn detective comic runs I've read in a minute. For people to be shipping Clayface and Cassandra Cain, and just his detective comics run was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I became a fan of him. So yeah, I think Batman's gonna be in good hands.
That's more his speed. Like honestly, stories like what he was doing with detective. Like, okay, here's what he's good at. He's very good at telling like personal stories. He's good at telling personal stories about characters that are unconventional. In a lot of cases, he's like, because case in point, Something is Killing the Children. None of those characters are conventional. The main character, Erica Slaughter, she is not a conventional character. Tommy, not a conventional character. A lot of the other characters that you meet, like the sheriff and I forget the name of the other character, the guy whose sister was killed and he's trying to figure out what's going on. None of these characters are conventional. No one from the House of Slaughter is conventional. And all these characters have some kind of a personality that just makes them feel, well, with the exception of Erica, because you're not supposed to really be able to identify with her. That's on purpose. Because she is so weird. Like, she's off-putting. You know, kind of like how we were talking about Battle Angel. Alita Battle Angel, how, like, the reason why Alita's eyes are bigger than everybody else's is because she's not supposed to be normal. It's kind of the same thing in Something is Killing Children. Erica's eyes are abnormally large, and people point it out. They like, there's multiple characters out there in the story who point out that her eyes are weird. And it's not on accident, it's on purpose. Okay. Like, it's not like they just did an artistic choice with her eyes. No, her eyes are supposed to throw you off. Like, you're supposed to look at her and be like, something's not right with you. You're different. And I can't put my finger on it, but you're different somehow. That's kind of the point. But yeah, I like his work. I actually liked what he did for Justice League when he was writing Justice League. I thought Justice League was pretty good technically it was when they were doing Drowned Earth. The parts he wrote I thought were really good. Let's see here. Blackgate Comic Geek, what's going on? You have missed. We're doing questions now. We already did our recommendeds and all our stories. We're doing questions right now. But yeah, everybody go ahead and put your questions in. We're also going to answer questions from the Discord too, because we got to go back and answer stuff from last week too, because of shenanigans, we did miss a lot of questions. This will be the week that I actually put a hold on the ban of more than one question. Than like, we usually don't answer more than one question from the same person, but because of the nature of what happened last week, we will be answering those questions in the Discord. We're gonna go through all of them. Let's see. Let's see. Where I'm actually going back and looking to see if I see anything, because I know we put some in there earlier. Let's see. I don't see anything. So I said, anyway, for right now, let's go ahead and answer questions with the Discord, since we actually have a lot of them. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about WandaVision. I guess we'll answer that. Did y'all talk about WandaVision? Did we like WandaVision? Let's see. Well, for one, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I know that the criticism is that it was an exposition dump, but you do need those, and sometimes a penultimate episode to a season finale, you need to have some modicum of explanations for things, so that way, because I don't know if a lot of people know this, I don't think it's been specifically stated whether or not WandaVision is getting a season 2, because it's kind of a standalone.
No, I think they're all one and done.
Yeah, they're all one and done. So I mean, they don't want to leave anything on the table, so that's why you're getting a lot of that exposition out at that point, because technically the thing that's supposed to be the cliffhanger is what happens in the post-credit, is when we finally learn what Project Cataract actually is. That's actually supposed to be your actual cliffhanger. What they were explaining to us is that Wanda had the power all along. And we're getting, like, remember how we kept talking about how we knew that Catherine Hahn was playing Agatha Harkness because they had the leaked set photos of the Salem witch trials and where they were filming that scene, and she was strung up to the pole, getting ready to be, what we thought was she was going to be burned alive. What we learned is it was actually other witches, one of which being her mother, who had tied her down. But I think the question is now, where does her power come from? Some people have posited that her power comes from the dark dimension, Dormammu, because her power, it comes off as a purple aura, kind of in the same way we've seen with like Caecilius and other characters. I'm not going to go down that road. I'm just going to say, sure, maybe. It's very possible. It's not impossible. We haven't been specifically told, but I think the thing was, and I think why people got a little upset is because, and that's why I said earlier that I think a lot of people were looking for certain answers that they weren't given. Because I know a lot of people who thought that when Catherine Hahn, when Agatha was talking about the scene where Wanda and Pietro were in their apartment with the bomb, like trapped under the rubble, and she said that it wasn't like a faulty bomb or anything. There was something that was stopping the bomb from going off, and you were in a high stress moment. We all know, people who read Marvel comics, we know that mutants get their abilities roughly when they're about the same age as what Wanda and Pietro were, and it's usually under high stress situations. But Catherine Hahn never said the word mutant, and she never said that that's what they were. She just kept going on about magic, and then you get to the end of the episode, go further on, we learn that she always had the magic abilities, and it's just that the Mind Stone was what unlocked all those abilities and made them more potent than what they were. If she would not have touched that Mind Stone, she never probably would have she would have always had power, but she never would have been able to do anything like what she does now. And the whole idea is trying to figure out where her power comes from, why she's able to do what she does. And this is probably the most comic booky episode because they finally start bringing in even more terms that we're associating with Wanda in the comics. Like, they've already brought up hexes, which is what her spells are called. They're called hexes. And then we've also seen where they talk about her magic being called chaos magic, which is what it's called in the comics. And then we also get the part where she's referred to as a Scarlet Witch, implying that her name is not just something that's a fancy name she calls herself, but that is a type of witch that is incredibly, supposedly dangerous. But we got all of that information, all that info dump. We got info dump as to why they were in Westview, what was the whole point of Westview. We got information on why Wanda chose sitcoms as the reason behind what she did, and it's the same fucking thing I said before. It was the same thing I predicted, saying there was a coping mechanism because it was something that was from her childhood. And honestly, that's how a lot of people who are foreign sometimes get their knowledge of America, is through sitcoms. So it's not a surprise. Everything else, and Hayward, the whole thing with Hayward, which I'm not gonna lie, if I was Hayward, I would not have talked as greasy to
that's what I didn't understand. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is it with crazy? What is it with white men and powers of authority?
Dude,
if you just a regular ass dude.
He talked hella crazy to her. For a motherfucker,
with you.
Well, here's the thing. By this point, we know what Wanda is capable of.
Yeah.
I think by this particular point,
like you saw what she did in Civil War on accident.
Right. We saw what she did in Civil War on accident. We saw what she was able to do in Infinity War, and we also know by this point the world knows that she almost soloed Thanos until he called down them ships. Now,
yeah.
You, a regular ass dude, and you gonna get in her face, and he basically did the verbal equivalent of getting in her face and taking his finger, putting it in her forehead, and doing that. He didn't physically do it, but he did the verbal equivalent of it. He was like, "Oh no! You get your ass on up out of here. You don't belong here, dude." And then you cutting up her husband right in front of her like she ain't a killer. You know this heifer used to work for Hydra.
Plus, like, you could tell she was in a fucked up frame of mind. So for her to say, "All I want to do is bury him,"
Yeah.
he'd be like, "Nah, bitch, it's too much money." Like,
Look, he said basically, "I'm David Ruffin." He's like, "We ain't doing this shit." He's like, "Was it Jason? There's a white dude's gonna white dude." Yeah, that's basically what he did. But Carter, did you have any specific thoughts on anything that happened in this episode before we get to the post credit?
I hate when things like this happen because they make no sense to me. Especially in Hayward's case, because that literally made no fucking sense to me.
He antagonized her.
Like,
He unnecessarily antagonized the superhero, thinking she wouldn't do anything.
And it's not the first time he's done it, because we've seen it in previous episodes. You point a bunch of guns at this bitch, and she turns them right back on you, and you still trying to shoot missiles and all kind of bullshit. I think that's really my only complaint, but that's not a complaint against WandaVision, because several fucking forms of media have done that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Where this random ass power of authority is talking crazy to the person with powers. I hate that fucking trope.
We've seen it in X-Men for years.
We've seen it in fucking Suicide Squad. That's why I don't like Suicide Squad, because I know a lot of people like Amanda Waller, Viola Davis, and CCH Pounder, all the other bullshit here. But the fact that this woman can talk as crazy as she does to a motherfucker like Deadshot.
Dude. Hell, Killer Croc.
Captain Boomerang. Killer Croc.
King
Boomerang.
Shark.
Like, you a regular ass sister who don't know how to put her food down, if I could just say that. But you a regular ass person and you talking crazy to super powered beings.
Wait.
I've never understood that trope. I hope we get rid of that shit at some point.
Wasn't there a point where Zod was on the Suicide Squad?
Yes.
And she was talking crazy to him.
And she could be, and it was because she somehow they got a kryptonite bomb in his head. But that was actually that was the only G shit part of that whole issue. He looked in a mirror and reflected his heat vision off the mirror in his head and took the motherfucker out and said, "Now, what was that shit you were talking, big dog?"
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I actually like the character of Amanda Waller. I just hate how they make it like she would be a much better. Like, okay, this is how you do it. Nick Fury is probably the better way to do it. Like the way they do Nick Fury in the MCU. Like, he'll talk crazy to the Avengers, but he know they'll fuck him up. If they really wanted to. He won't ever say no out of line shit. Nick Fury treats the Avengers like he the uncle. He the uncle at the cookout. He's like, "Boy, come on, sit down over here. Let me talk to you real quick. Your daddy told me you was out here fucking up. All right, come on, sit on down, boy. Come on. So what's this I hear about you out here running with these hoodlums? You trying to go to jail? You trying to spend the rest of your life in prison? Boy, pass me another one of them cold ones." Look, that's how Nick Fury talked to the Avengers. Amanda Waller talked to the Avengers like she just found out, like she treat these motherfuckers like they her husband, and she just saw the text messages from another woman on the phone, and she got the text message screenshot, and she waiting for you to come with the confession. That's how Amanda Waller talked to supervillains. That's how she talked to him. And I don't appreciate it. And I get that's kind of her character. She's supposed to be this strong, tough woman that don't take no shit. But I'm sorry. I don't care if I got a bomb in the back of, wait, what was about, that was, did she, yeah, she had Black Adam too at one point, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. You think I'm gonna talk crazy to The Rock? You crazy. Look, I'd be like, yes, sir, Mr. Adam. We will make sure that you have everything that you have asked for your time here. Is there anything I can help you do? Do we need to fluff your pillows? Would you like a third pillow, Mr. Adam, please, sir? Or is it Mr. Black Adam? Is it like a Tribe Called Quest? Do I have to say the whole thing? Mr. Black Adam, sir, King of Kondak, would you please come help us on this mission? We would really appreciate it if you would offer us your time, sir. I would not say anything out of line to that motherfucker. I wouldn't even tell him that he got something stuck in his teeth. That man can have a whole ass piece of kale stuck right here, right there in the tooth. I wouldn't even say nothing. I'd be like, nah, man, I don't want to say nothing. I ain't trying to get killed.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, that said though, the rest of it, I do feel they did replace the cat with the rabbit. Agatha's cat. Because she was talking to that motherfucker like that motherfucker was talking back. But I think next episode we'll get a little more information about where the kids come from. Because she did kind of imply about the children something right before the end of the episode.
Did.
So we may get that Mephisto reference because for a lot of you don't know, that's actually where the kids come from. Was it born from... I know one of them specifically was born from the soul of... or some part of Mephisto or whatever. But anyway.
And to be completely honest with you, I'm thinking because so many people are clamoring for it, or so many people think it's going to happen. I'm hoping they don't go the obvious route, because I think it would be a cooler story if. What if she didn't? What if those kids weren't real? Right. Like Vision wasn't really real. So what if we get that and she seriously has a goddamn breakdown, which then leads into Doctor Strange? Yeah, because now she lost her man and her babies. So of course she's gonna fuck up the multiverse and all this stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm leaning more towards. If they go the Mephisto route, that's cool, because that means somewhere down the line Ghost Rider coming. But you know, I'm interested in this last episode. I didn't even think I'd be interested in this series, but I enjoyed the series.
A lot of people didn't think they'd be interested. I was one of those people. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, and that's one of the best things Marvel's done in some time. Now the thing is, okay, the thing with the post credit with Project Cataract, which is something that got brought up a lot, and I never really thought about it until we saw the post credit scene. But the cataract is like a clouding of the eye. And I think someone took me a little too literally when I said this on Twitter. But we probably should have known we were getting White Vision based on that project name. Because it was Vision's name. Vision's name is Vision. And basically, he is now White Vision because he's not powered by the Mind Stone anymore. He's powered by Wanda's magic. Therefore, he's lost all of his coloration. All the vibrant color that he had in him is now gone. So basically, it's like an eye that has been cataracted. So there you go. It was kind of not saying that was the whole point of the name of the project, but just saying that was the tease that when we first heard that name, that should have been the first hint that eventually we were about to get White Vision, because technically we were supposed to get him in Age of Ultron. Originally, they were going to do White Vision, not the Vision that is like the classic green, red, and gold. We were originally going to get White Vision. And now we have White Vision. Now we have to wonder, well, what is he going to be like? Is he going to have the same personality that he had beforehand? Is he going to be, because we also know that he's kind of part Ultron as well. Like he's based off the patterns of Jarvis, but he's also just as easily based off of Ultron as well. So would he be more Ultron than Jar? Like, it's something to think about. But I'm here for it. It'll be cool. I think it's going to make for a very interesting set piece because as we know, there's a part, we haven't seen it yet, but there's a part where we know Wanda's going to be fighting somebody either inside or outside the Hex. And it's very likely going to be White Vision. And obviously Agatha Harkness, but we're also going to probably see Monica fighting somebody too. That was the other thing. People got mad about Fietro? fake Pietro.
Yeah.
People got mad about that.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh shit, he ain't even really Quicksilver," because she explained it away just so like, boom, matter of fact. That's why I think a lot of people got upset was because there were 3 different points in the show where either Agatha looked like she was about to either say that Wanda was a mutant, or you have that part where with Pietro where she literally just says, "Yeah, that's not even really your brother."
Yeah.
Like, because his body is
your mind is so whatever, you just accepted it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I like the episode. Thought it was good. Let's see here. Said, what are the words of Mello Brown? Who in Wakanda gave Sword Vision's body? I don't think Wakanda gave it to him. I think Sword just took it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
I think they just snatched that motherfucker. Yeah, now, you never know. That's the thing. And yes, Age of Ultron does insinuate both Pietro and Wanda were they used the stone more on Wanda than anybody else, but apparently the experiments they did all had to do with the stone.
Yeah.
So it's very likely. Yeah. Oh wait, was it actually, you know what? This is one of those situations. Remember how Picard used to talk to Q on Star Trek Next Generation? Dude, Picard used to talk so crazy to Q. I was like, man, Picard, you gangster. Because Q is a whole... Look, the Q is basically Dr. Manhattan out here. And you talking
pretty
crazy.
much.
Look, Q is basically Dr. Manhattan if he had the decency to put some clothes on. And you talking greasy to this motherfucker. Lord, don't go back and watch that first episode of Star Trek Next Generation. You'll be so mad. You'll be so goddamn mad because Picard calling this dude all out his name. Yes, did we read Milestone Returns number 0 yet? Yes. I actually talked about it earlier. What do you feel will be the final outcome from DC's Future State series? That everything's gonna go back to the way it was?
But see, pretty much.
You already know. Because wait, Wonder Woman goes back to being Wonder Girl. Yara Flor, she's gonna be Wonder Girl. I guarantee you, Tim Fox, he might still be wearing that Batman costume, but I don't think he's gonna be called Batman. He'll be called something else.
I mean, it's like I told you, dude. Now that the Future State books are over and done with, and now that I know, and now that all the solicits are coming out now, so we see that all these Infinite Frontier books are just leading up to the Future State shit.
It's the end. It's basically like you said,
only reading this shit.
Yeah. We saw the end of the movie first. Is basically like what you said. They gave us the end of the movie first. And then we go back to the beginning. That's what it is.
Yeah. And I'm much more interested in what happened at the end. I don't want to see what led up to it. So when Dark Detective comes back, I'll check it out. Shazam, especially, I don't give a fuck what led up to Shazam. I wanted that to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ernie hit the nail on the head. Everything's going to go back to the status quo. Comic fans don't, as much as you people complain about it, none of you motherfuckers really like change.
Dude, right.
None of you. If you liked change, Superman would not still have those stupid fucking red underoos on. Period.
Oh, yeah, because they sure brought the motherfuckers back. They sure brought them some bitches back because folks
as much as you all talk about, I wish they would stop telling the same old stories. Clark Kent would still not be wearing red Fruit of the Looms. Get the fuck out of my face. Stop it.
Well, here's the other thing too is what Quebec Comics said. That as a whole though, weren't they in Wakanda when Vision? Kind of going back to it. The snap. It's not that the snap. I don't think the snap messed them up that bad. But here's the thing: Vision isn't property of Wakanda. Yeah, he's made of vibranium, but technically he's United States property.
That's Tony's stuff.
Yeah, it's Tony's. So Tony. I mean, honestly, Tony doesn't have any reason to think the sword is bad. So he was probably like, all right, cool. We probably gonna bring our guy back. I mean, because think about it. Vision wasn't built in Wakanda. He was built in the United States. So, well, technically he was built in Korea, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I mean, that said, he's an Avenger, so technically that makes him of America, more or less, since they're based out of America. So they probably just said, hey, can we have our dude back? And Wakanda's probably like, all right. I mean, what do they care? It's not theirs. Just because it's hell, if that's the case, then they'd have been like, hey, Cap, can we get that shield back? Yeah, Cap, I'm gonna need you to hand that shield over, pimp. That's ours. Because this shield's made out of vibranium. Hey, Bucky, can we get that arm back? Asking for a friend.
You ain't gotta play Xbox. Just go play that Wii. You good?
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry, y'all. That was me.
That was terrible. That was we awful. What was it? Mailman asked, indie graphic novels. Have you read The Killer? Matt and Luke Giacomin. I recommend it. I have not read that. I will put it on the list. Let's see here. And I feel like I've been kind of going there. I've been trying to find things that have question marks on the end. I'm not gonna lie. Just for future reference and anyone else that's here, if you ever want me to make sure as I scan through all this, please put a question mark at the end of your questions. Because that's kind of what I look for to make sure that I see them. Real quick though, we do have a super chat here from Eric Morgan, $5 super that says Blank Man cost $30 million and made only $7 million. Meteor Man cost $20 million and made only $8 million. A lot of our classics were money losses, and that's sad. Yes, and that's honestly okay. Yeah. So let's go back to it, because I'm glad that Eric brought that up. This is actually something I didn't say while we were talking about, because I honestly didn't want to bring the mood down, but fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway. That's the reason why Blade was a gamble. Blade was a gamble because they didn't expect to make that money back. Yeah. Blade 2 was a gamble because they thought that it was a lightning won't strike twice situation.
Yeah.
Notice that the increase in budget that I mentioned earlier, $45 million, $55 million, $65 million. They were all like, all right, we'll give you $10 million more dollars. Like, that's like me saying, hey, look, here's $10. Go in the arcade and play. You'd be like, oh man, can I get just a little bit more? All right, cool. You can have $15. That's basically what that was. That's basically what that was. Those were gambles that did not pay dividends down the road. Now, yes, these movies, Meteor Man, Blank Man, these are cult classics now. But we weren't giving those movies the flowers they deserve when they were out.
That's why they're cult classics for a reason. That's a pretty way of saying y'all didn't go watch this shit when it was out. Y'all waited after it didn't matter. Even though they say the home video shit. That's why as many people talk about Dredd was one of the best superhero movies they've ever seen. Let's keep it 100, people. A lot of you motherfuckers didn't watch Dredd until it came out on Blu-ray, or you saw the shit on Vudu, or you saw the shit on Netflix. Come on now. Give it a buck. Give it a buck.
Look here, I gotta hit the correct button. Hold on. All answers correct. All acceptable answers. Thank you, because I was sure about to bring up Dredd. And Alita Battle Angel. Another one. Great movie. Nobody went to go see it, though, in the theater. They waited till that shit came out on VOD. And here's the thing. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing about it, because we know that that's what this is. Some of the greatest movies of all time were box office failures. That's why you hear the term cult classic so much, because like Carter said, it's a nice way of saying you motherfuckers didn't go see it when it was out. Y'all waited till it came home. And that's the thing. That's why I always tell people, man, it sucks, because there have been movies I've seen, I'm like, man, why didn't... Honestly, and even I know like some people won't agree with me, but I remember what happened last year when Terminator Dark Fate hit video. If you actually went to Twitter, when Terminator Dark Fate hit video on demand and people could just watch it at home, I actually saw that motherfucker was trending. And under the trending, it was a lot of people saying, oh, wow, this actually ain't that bad. Oh, wow, this is actually kind of good. Oh, wow, why did everybody hate on this? You actually see that a lot from movies. And I'm using Terminator Dark Fate as an example, but you see this for a lot of other movies that people didn't go see in the theater. You'll see like these movies hit home video, they'll start trending on Twitter, and that's all it is people saying, oh, wow, this is better than I was told it was, or I should have gone and seen this in the theater, so on and so forth.
And everything shivers. You kind of proved our point by saying,
mm-hmm.
I don't know if that was a smart ass remark, but like I pirated Dread. Actually, I mean, and if you love that movie, you was one of the fucking reasons there was no sequel. Like,
yeah, actually, right now I'm putting you on blast. You're the reason why we didn't get a sequel. You're the reason we didn't get a sequel. Because people pirated the movie instead of actually spending the money to go see it. Because guess what? They don't get any money off of your piracy. So I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, but that's why I say when motherfuckers say that, I don't want to hear nothing.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear nothing. So that's why I was telling people when there were, because I remember there was some folks I knew that were saying like, oh, I'm gonna wait till Black Panther hit video. I'm like, all right, but if that motherfucker bombs, I don't want to hear you say shit. I don't want to see you doing no Wakanda Forever or talking about how you was gonna dress up like it was Coming to America, going to Walmart to buy the movie on Blu-ray. I don't want to hear that shit. No, I don't want to hear it. Steven said Hancock cost $150 million and made $629,400,000. That is true, but here is the rub on that. That was Will Smith. That doesn't count. And the reason why I say it doesn't count, not because I'm saying, oh, he's not black. Well, he is very black. But the thing is no one went to that movie because it was a superhero movie. They went to go see Will Smith. It's a sad fact of life. Will Smith used to be called Mr. Summer Movie Box Office.
Yep.
Hell, I would venture to guess here. I want to look something up. I want to look. What was that movie? What was that movie he was in? The name of that fucking.
Don't say
movie.
Wild Wild West.
No. The other one, the one where it was just him and the dog and the vamp and the not.
Oh,
vampires.
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend. There you go. Okay, I Am Legend. Budget. I Am Legend. $159 million budget. The movie made $585.3 million. That movie was not good. You see my point now. That's why I didn't bring up Hancock. Hancock is an anomaly because it's Will Smith. No one is going to see that movie because of the story. They're going because Will Smith was the draw. Everybody wanted that. And that alone. That's why. Hell, I'll leave it here. I want to see something. I want to see something.
I just saw
quick.
someone in chat. Someone in chat said to look up the Venom budget, and the Venom budget was 100 to 116, and it made 856.
Mm-hmm. That is true. Incorrect. Well, okay, so the film, the full box office on the movie, yeah, it was $856.1 million is the full box office. So it actually made back its money in spades.
Yeah.
It made back its money in spades. After Earth, even though it cost $130 million, it still made $243.8 million, and that movie was garbage.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Will Smith puts butts in the seats, regardless if the movie is bad or good. That's why I always tell people, if a movie has there's a reason why. Here, I want to look it up. Wild Wild West. What was the budget on Wild Wild West? $170 million. Movie still made $222.1 million. That movie was also doo-doo. And guess what? Still made his budget back. Lord have mercy. Don't even get me started on them goddamn Men in Black movies. Men in Black, $90 million. Box office, $589.4 million. I'm telling y'all, dude, Will Smith is money. Will Smith is money. Just saying. Hell, but the thing is, Will Smith was, I think, he was like pretty much the only black dude in the motherfucker. I mean, outside of like, secondary characters, but it was mainly Charlize Theron that was the other main character. And what was it, Jason Bateman? Yeah, Jason Bateman. So yeah. What was it? K5 with the $5 super chat says, could you kindly hit the Spike Spiegel bang for us at the cam? I tell you what, here, look, I give you the, let's get the one. Bang.
Shut the fuck up.
I should. I never said I was. Everything Shiver says $4.99 super chats. I know I wasn't bragging, just being honest. I don't pirate anymore. Please forgive me. You're good. We fucking with you. We good. You good. It's okay. I just like to make a point. I just like to make a point.
$5 super chat from Eric Morgan. We waited for Blank Man to come out on video. But we all saw Jim Carrey's The Mask in theaters the same year. Hindsight is 2020. He flaming somebody. He talking specifically about somebody in that chat right now. Ooh. He just aired one of y'all out. What did y'all do to that man?
But you
owe him 20. That's what that is. Y'all owe that man some money for him to air y'all out.
He said, that man said, nah. That motherfucker right there. But no, but here's the thing though. He ain't lying. No. He ain't lying. Cause here. Man.
It's funny. It's funny reading that just because there was a white guy that I work with, and there's a white guy and a black guy that I work with, and the black guy, he pirated Black Panther, but he saw Infinity War in theaters, and the white dude went berserk saying, "Your black card needs to be taken immediately."
Dude, I ain't gonna lie, I'd have snatched that motherfucker too. Give me that shit. You done lost your barbershop privileges fucking around with me. But no, here's the thing though. He's not wrong, because here's the thing. Okay, so we said, what was it? Blank Man cost $30 million, only made $7 million. The Mask costed $18 million.
Oh my God, that's it? How much did that make?
$351.6 million.
Yeah, that sounds about right. You got Jim Carrey and prime Cameron Diaz. Lower him mercy. Yeah.
Ain't that about a bitch? That's crazy. About a bitch? Here, I want to see something.
I didn't realize they came out in the same year.
Yeah, that's same crazy. Fucking year. In the same
I did not
year.
I never knew that. Yo.
Dude. That's messed up, ain't it? That's messed up. Isn't it? Look, man, I mean, that is Jim Carrey and Diaz, though. But that's the thing, though. That's the thing, though, about it.
No one knew who the fuck Cameron Diaz was.
She was a nobody.
You got to take her out of the equation. You got to take her out of the equation.
It was just Jim Carrey.
Was In Living Color still going on?
Yes, I think it was. I think it was on its last legs.
Okay, so yeah, that's the Wayans though, man. Ooh.
Okay, because it ran. Okay, so In Living Color ran until May 1994. The Mask came out 2 months later.
Yeah, it was.
And Blank Man came out a month after The Mask. So what we saying is, we Negroes didn't have no money for Blank Man because we spent it all on The Mask. Okay, cool. Got you. Cool. Good talk. Just saying, y'all. I'm just saying, y'all. I ain't even trying to flame nobody either, but I mean, he ain't lying. I mean, he ain't lying.
That's crazy.
That was unknown Carrey Diaz. Exactly. Jim Carrey still was not a household name yet. I think Ace Ventura had already come out, but we still weren't really fucking with Jim Carrey like that. We were only really fucking with him because we knew he was on in living color. That's it.
Yeah.
And here's the fucked up part. David Wayans was on In Living Color, but we ain't.
That's what I was gonna say.
And David Allen Greer. We gonna fuck with the white dude on the black show.
You can't really use that. Yeah, you can't really use that argument that he was on In Living Color, because here's the thing though. That was Damon Wayans and David Allen Greer's show.
Mm-hmm.
He was that white dude that came along and was hilarious. Yeah, but they had way more star power than Jim Carrey. That is crazy. That fucked my head up today. Oh wow.
Look, I'm just saying.
Wow.
I'm just saying. Damon Wayans and David Allen Greer, they were literally the two biggest stars on In Living Color, and their movie could not even make back half its budget. But we go give the money to the little white dude who was just tagging along for the ride. Okay, cool. All right. Gone. Exactly. But let's move it along. Let's move it along over to Discord questions, because we got a ton of them. Ed Boy the Cut says, "What do you think will happen with Hex Vision and an OG Vision? I feel like since Hex Vision is the essence of what Vision is, and OG Vision is pretty much just a husk, that Wanda will merge the two in order to get regular Vision back." Probably. You're probably not. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Technically, she will probably rewrite him to be the... You know what will happen? Actually, I think we're going to get a change. I think we're going to get a... Because this would actually be character growth. We would probably get a... Yeah, it would probably be a mix of the two. It would probably be a mix of the two.
So, I don't think this story would work with a happy ending. Because at its most base... At its most purest form, yes, what Hayward did was fucked up. Yes, what Story did was fucked up. But at the same time, Wanda still did this shit. Like, you literally see her do that same scream from Age of Ultron and made Pleasantville. So I don't think that this story would work with a happy ending. So what I think will happen is I think we will get Vision back, but he won't remember all of that shit that happened. That'll just be Vision helping the Avengers and all that shit. You know what I mean? It was before it was ever a Wanda and Vision. I think we're just gonna get basic ass Vision, Age of Ultron Vision, hand the hammer to Thor Vision. I don't think we getting anything other than that.
I agree.
Yeah, so I don't think there's gonna be any love there, especially if they delete the kids. I don't think we're gonna get a happy ending with this. Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, somebody just said it in chat. It has to be a tragedy.
It has to.
She won't learn a lesson if it's a happy ending.
Right? No. That's 1,000%. Rough Rider 86 asks, did y'all know Music Soul Child was still out here but releasing music under different personalities, i.e. Purple Wanda Love and The Hustle? I did not know this. You knew? I did not know this.
Didn't know that.
Let's see.
I'm blind. I didn't know that. I'm just trying to be smart.
Lord, man, get me out of here. I did not know. I did not know he was releasing music under a pseudonym. But that is not uncommon, really. A lot of artists do that. Garth Brooks famously did it when he was Chris Gaines. When he put the...
I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude. Y'all don't remember that shit? Oh, my God, dude. Hold on.
Don't look up Chris. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm about to do it. Chris Gaines. You about to be blown away. Here, I want to show you something. Y'all, I want y'all to prepare to have your mind blown right now. On the left, we got Chris Gaines with the guy liner, got the emo haircut. On the right, we got Garth Brooks, country singer. There was a time when that motherfucker really tried to have us believe this was two different people. He was doing like emo pop rock. It was, ooh, Lord, it was so bad. Lord, have mercy. Actually, one of them songs was kind of hidden. The first single was hidden. The rest of it, not so much. LJ Brown asked, I don't know if he meant to call me Aaron, but I'll take it. Hey Aaron, every time I say that, I think of Atlanta show.
I think he meant Earn because he's talking about Atlanta. He's talking about the show.
Yeah, he probably meant Earn. Yeah, that's what my family calls me for the most part. Carter and Miss Gladys was wondering, since Milestone announced some of their line yesterday, which one are you looking forward to the most for Milestone Media Collective? For me, that's tough. That's tough. Static looks to be pretty much static. And hardware looks pretty much to be hardware. So the one I'm actually curious about the most is Icon and Rocket, because I'm curious to see if Icon is still a Republican.
But you and several other people were constantly talking about Icon and Rocket, so that's the one I'm really interested in reading about, as well as Static, just because I only know the show, and I would like to actually read. You know how they always say like the book is always better than the movie.
Yeah,
that's what I'm hoping to catch from the Static comic.
Okay,
so those are my two for sure.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I mean, everything I think they're doing is going to be good, but yeah, it's hard to pick one because I mean, honestly, okay, so these three comics: Static, Icon, and Rocket, Hardware. That's the original lineup. Like that's like okay, so back in Milestone, you had like DC, you had the Trinity. So technically, you had the Trinity in Milestone. The Trinity was Static, Icon, Hardware. And Rocket was always included in it because she was the sidekick of Icon, but she was also, even though it was Icon's book and her name wasn't on it, Rocket was technically the character who you were supposed to empathize with. Like, Rocket was, like, okay, so Dwayne McDuffie, outspoken Democrat and outspoken liberal. He wrote Icon to be the opposite of what he perceives. Rocket was the character he was actually talking to the audience through. If that helps. So like when you heard Icon saying problematic shit, it was because you were waiting on Rocket to check his ass. Because Rocket would always be the motherfucker, oh, wait, you, like, she'd be like, Maverick, there's an issue, I can't remember which one it was, but there's an issue where Icon was basically kind of dissing on folks for protesting against something that was going on in the city. And because basically people were like, the government was basically like tearing down people's homes and trying to build up some park or some bullshit. And she was like, well, you're just going to let these black people, get their homes taken away from them. She was like, oh, right, I forgot. You're not really black. Like, she would check that motherfucker. She'd be like, oh, yeah, you only look black. Like, dude, that's why I love Rocket. That's why I liked Rocket. That's why I always felt she deserved her own book. But anyway, neither here nor there. Yasuke comes with the question, says, what black Marvel or DC characters would you want to pitch to either company for a TV show? For me, it's Moon Girl for Disney Plus and Far Sector for HBO Max. Well, here's the good news. You actually are getting a Moon Girl series from Disney Plus. I think it's an animated one, though. That said, I would love to see a Far Sector series on HBO Max, but I am going to give a different answer. For me, Vixen for DC. That's what I want on HBO Max. For Marvel, I would have said Ironheart, but we already got Ironheart coming. So for Marvel, you know what? I'm going to make it easy on y'all. Give Monica Rambeau her own Disney Plus show. She clearly
I'm hoping they don't show her in the last episode and they save it for something like that. Because you don't even need to show her anymore. We know she got the powers. We know she in there.
Mm-hmm. Like, I think they're going to show her, but I don't think we need to see anything major from her yet. I want to save it for her own show. I would much rather see Monica pop off in her own show than on Wanda's show. Because technically the story, that's kind of why, like I said yesterday, I put out a tweet yesterday saying that, basically we got a show that's about Wanda, Maximoff, and Vision, and it's slick, almost more about Monica Rambeau, Jimmy Woo, Speed, and Wiccan, and Agatha Harkness than it is anybody else. And everybody out here talking about fucking X-Men. Be glad we got what we got. Be glad we got what we got. But what about you? What would you want to see? Marvel and DC, if you could make your pitch, Carter.
Honestly, the only thing that I'm thinking about is Dark Sector.
Okay.
Ironheart. I was never really vibing with Ironheart like that. Vixen, sure, but I think I would really, really like to see a Far Sector show. Now that
Yeah,
I've
definitely.
been reading the book,
Mm.
and I've been reading the book,
How far have you got?
I would want to know 5.
Okay, yeah, no, that yeah, you're dude. Trust me, it's ooh man, yeah, keep going, keep going.
Yeah. So a no bullshit. It doesn't even have to be on HBO Max. But,
Mm.
you put the shit on FX as far as fuck as I'm fucking concerned.
Oh yeah,
Just give me a no bullshit Far Sector series, and I would be cool with it. Um, since I don't know if we're actually going to get it, even though she's mixed race, I kind of want Miss America.
okay. I would be all for Miss America. I'd be all for it.
Yeah, I get Miss America Miles kind of deal.
Okay, dude, I would like because honestly, mean, yeah, Miss America, she can hold her own. She know how to do this.
Oh, never mind. Shut up. No, I take it back. I take it back. Prodigy. Give me a Prodigy series.
Okay, can Miss America
Give
show
me a
up in it though?
smug. No, give me a smug. Only I want show. Patriot can show up.
But Miss America and Prodigy are friends. They just show up. Just let her show up for one
I
episode.
want a smug. Give me a smug, full of himself kind of Prodigy with Patriot that'll kind of like balance him out. I'd watch it.
Hey, I'd be here for it. Look, we got Prodigy anything, I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Kay Garrick says, I would love a Catwoman caper movie with other DC Comics characters making their cameos. How do you feel about that? So basically what you're saying is like Harley Quinn. Like a Harley Quinn series.
Sound like you're saying you just want Gotham City Sirens.
I mean, well, no. The only reason I say it is because that's basically what Harley Quinn is. Harley Quinn is basically it's Harley Quinn doing bullshit and other characters just showing up for no reason. That's basically what it is.
Yeah,
I'm not dissing. I'm just saying that's what it sounds like. So basically, I'm assuming like you would want is like a movie, a Catwoman movie, in the tone of the Harley Quinn animated series, but live action. Okay, yeah, I'd be down for it. But that does sound like Gotham City Sirens. That does actually sound like Gotham City Sirens the more I think about it. Or like Birds of Prey, but just, different. Let's see here. Yasuke, this one's from today. Those previous ones from last week. Today, Yasuke asked, thoughts on the Kickstarter campaign for the Excellence Book 1 Hardcover Deluxe Edition. Will you be donating for a copy? Most likely, yes. Because actually, I thought it's a very good series, and I don't think people talk about it enough. Carter, what about you? Are you familiar with Excellence?
I'm not actually. I was going to ask you what's up with that book.
So okay, so for lack of a better way to put it, what you're looking at here, this is Brandon Thomas, who we mentioned earlier, who I believe is going to be working on Hardware. So basically, it's a series about magic and this secret society of black sorcerers, who basically been kind of laying back in the cut, and basically that's kind of the long and short of it. It's like honestly for me, it's one of those series where like it dives into magic in ways that I don't think we've ever seen comics dive into magic. Like, okay, yeah, we have Dr. Voodoo. Okay, yeah, cool, that's cool. But it dives into magic in ways not even Dr. Voodoo does. It's a really smart comic. And I think, did it reach its end? Because that was the Image book, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's a good comic. It's a solid enough comic. It's actually the only work. Well, maybe not the only work, but it was actually how I got introduced to Brandon Thomas as a writer by name. I was not honestly, I was not familiar with him by name until that book. For lack of a better way to put it. But yeah, I will most likely get it. Is the Kickstarter live now? Let's see the Kickstarter. I don't know if it's live yet, but I know it's supposed to be coming up here soon. Mm-hmm. Excellence hardcover. Yeah, starts now. It's actually it went live a few days ago. Or no, wait. Did it? Shit. Now I'm confused. On Tuesday, celebrate the release. We've got a special match from the team. Blah, 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 blah. No. Where? They're going to make me actually go to the... See, I try to stay off Kickstarter because I have a problem. Oh, why y'all going to make me go to this motherfucker? I'm trying not to be on this motherfucker right now. Because I end up on here. Here it is. This is... Oh, wow. They've actually made a nice little chunk of change. Hold on. So here it is. This is actually it right here. So right now, they have a goal of 40 grand. They have made 51 grand with 24 days to go. 706 backers. That's actually really good. You can actually see here. This is actually the comic itself. That's actually... I think that's the cover for the first one. But yeah. But, booyah. I'm here for it, though. Let me see. Let me see how much is it. That's no reward. Let me see. $50 for one physical copy of the deluxe book 1 hardcover, which will likely estimate to ship in October, though due to my experience with Kickstarters, comics tend to be better about this, but don't expect it to be exactly October. You might fuck around and get it early. You might get that motherfucker in November or December. Just being honest with y'all. In this one, you get the hardcover and some trading. I don't care about trading cards, but I would probably do it just to give them the coin. Honestly, this is probably the one I would be more in for. I don't give a fuck about the trading cards, but to get the book plate signed by Brandon Thomas and Kari Randolph, yeah, I would do that. I would definitely do that. That I would do, because that's actually worth something to me as a person. So yeah, there you go. And then here we've got, so yeah, y'all make sure y'all go check it out. I'll drop the link. I'll drop the link in the chat so y'all can find that motherfucker. There you go. Let's see here. Does anyone know how powerful Static is? I mean, his power is pretty substantial. He's not as... I mean, okay, so if you're asking if he's, like, in comparison to somebody else, like, are you asking if he's, like... I mean, technically, Milestone doesn't have, like, Omega level the way, like, DC and Marvel do, but I guess if you really want to talk in terms of, like, is he more powerful than, say, Black Lightning? It kind of depends. They have the exact same power set, if that's what you're asking. Now, I will say this. It has been seen that Static has replaced his limbs and reconnected his limbs using his powers. And recreated limbs from his powers when they've been cut off. That is the thing. But I'll put it to you like this. In terms of other characters who have electricity powers, Static is probably in the top 5 of characters. And I would say him and Black Lightning probably fight for 1 and 2, depending on what's going on. Because a lot of people forget that Black Lightning also has Magic Lightning as well, something that Static does not have. Black Lightning can channel actual Magic Lightning. That's a thing no one ever really talks about, and probably for good reason. Because it gets a little silly. That said, let's get to this other one here. Gunther Galoof asks, so if Sync is an Omega level mutant, does that make him the first black male Omega level mutant? Also, how is Darwin not an Omega level mutant? That is actually a good question. Me personally, I think Jonathan Hickman's list of Omega level mutants is flawed. I like to keep it on hand just because it's a good, helpful tool to remind people how Omega level mutants work now. However, I do think Darwin should be considered an Omega level mutant because I can't think of any other character, mutant or otherwise, in the Marvel Comics universe who has his power set and is as good with it as he is. So I would say yes, he's an Omega level mutant. Sync, I think, should be an Omega level mutant now if he's not already been deemed one, and he has the exact same powers as Hope Summers. I said this in my video. If you go by Jonathan Hickman's rules, you don't just compare the mutant to other mutants. You compare the mutant to anyone who has the same power. And if that is the case, Sync's power is better than Hope's because he can mimic non-mutant powers. Hope cannot. Even the times that she has, those were at points when those characters were still considered mutants. So there you go. But that would make him the first black male Omega level mutant. Storm would be the first, well, technically African, but whatever. I honestly don't like to split hairs there. Point of the matter is, yeah, agreed. And Bodacious Bitch Boa says, am I the only one who thinks Hayward was kind of justified given everything that happened in Infinity War and Endgame? Watching the heroes lose and half the population gone, S.H.I.E.L.D. gone, and he abruptly, when Maria Rambeau dies, becomes the director of Earth's last line of defense with no weapons but a dead android. Y'all don't think he's justified? No.
When you are in a professional situation, you have to act professional.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Not clearly antagonize a woman
who's grieving.
Grieving, as well as has the capabilities to do whatever the fuck she wants to do. But you have to remember, this woman was not your ally for a while.
No.
I think you kind of brought it up when you said Nick Fury. I think Nick Fury would know how to kind of speak to her humanity and kind of maneuver away. But was he justified? I would say yes, but at the same time, even though you're justified, you still have to handle it a certain way. Being a douchebag is not the way to handle it.
No, he is going about it the wrong way.
Exactly. So so in my opinion, some of the shit that he was doing was justified, but at the same time, you had to go about it a certain way.
Well,
you have to go about it. When you're dealing with superpowered people, you got to go about it a certain way.
Well, also, here's another thing.
To him is not the move.
No, not at all. Because if this was any other comic book universe, he'd have been killed. If this was the Invincible Comics universe, his ass would have got clapped. Here's the thing.
Mark Millar book, he would have been killed, raped, reborn, raped again,
and then had his soul sold to the devil, and he got raped down there too. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing I want y'all to think about, though, in consideration. What was the thing that Hayward used against Monica when she tried to humanize Wanda to the rest of S.W.O.R.D.? Oh, would she come in and ignore his wishes and his last will and testament? He's ignoring Vision's last will and testament. He was the main one coming out talking about how Vision said if upon his death, he is to be decommissioned and taken apart and not used for anything else. He is to be destroyed so that no one can use him for their benefit as a weapon. What is Hayward doing? He is ignoring Vision's last will and testament. But because it suits his narrative, it suits his purposes. That's why. So no, I don't think he's justified. I don't think he's justified at all. And yes, he probably is a Skrull. Who knows? Let's see here. Yeah, no, Wanda did show a lot of restraint. She showed hella restraint in that episode by not killing him. Like, think about it. Not only did she not kill him, she literally got in her car, drove home, and had a mental breakdown. She drove to what would have been her home and had a mental breakdown. Also, we didn't even talk about this. That scene put a lot of things in perspective about what she did in Westview. Going back and looking at how those people were living their lives in Westview, you could tell that everyone in that town was miserable. Like, everyone was just, like, going through the motions. And technically, Wanda kind of gave them purpose and gave them a better life. Like, when you look at, like, you think about it, what was it, Mrs. Hart? She was just sitting there looking lonely as fuck.
Yeah.
Lonely as fuck. Herb looked like he was just on hard times. Like, he looked like he literally just found out he was fired from his job. What was the other guy? What was the other guy's name? Dottie's husband. Was he putting up a missing poster?
I think that was a missing poster.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, you think about it, dude, their lives were miserable.
Yeah.
Like, their lives just weren't good, and it looks like Wanda actually gave them something better. Even if it is against their will.
Okay, I was going to say, okay.
Yeah, even if it is against their will, it is against their will, but at the end of the day, she was, Mrs. Hart looked a lot less lonely in Wanda's version of Westview than everybody else's. Moving on, let's hit these super chats. Tubes1 says $5 super chat says besides, and also Bodacious Bitch Boa asked, what's up with the rabbit? Technically, I already answered that. I think it is a slick stand-in for the cat. Agatha Harkness has a cat that she always has in her possession. If I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to remember what the damn cat's name is. I'm actually looking up. Ebony. The cat's name is Ebony. But instead of having a cat, she has a rabbit named Mr. Scratchy, or Scratches, or whatever the fuck his name is. I think the rabbit's just a stand-in for the cat. But moving on, yes. Tubes1 asked, interesting. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Apparently I gotta... Huh, never mind. Whatever. Neither here nor there. Tubes1 asked, besides static, I saw an email from Amazon about something. I was like, all right. I don't think I would ever get paid for anything from Amazon, but sure, pop off. And yeah, besides static, what Milestone character do you think would make a good animated show? That was a tremendous amount of thunder outside my window. I think Thor is here. Anyway, before the internet goes squirrely, let's wrap this up. I would say, I think Icon and Rocket could make a good animated series besides static, but I also think you would be better suited making an animated series of the Blood Syndicate.
Okay.
Which, for those who are not familiar, the Blood Syndicate is a gang, actually more than one gang, a conglomerate of gangs that came together after the Big Bang and decided to protect their neighborhood as opposed to doing gang shit. Though they still kind of did gang shit, but they did it protecting the neighborhood. That makes any sense. We will likely see them back because if you've read Milestone Return Zero Infinite Edition, we do see that Holocaust, who was once a member of the Blood Syndicate and is also a static villain, he's shown in that issue leading what looks like a protest of some sort. And they're chanting the name Holocaust, which is kind of funny because they changed his name from Holocaust to Pyre because of the implications of the name, and they thought that, it's kind of not cool to call a character Holocaust, especially if actually, I don't know what's more problematic, having a character named Holocaust or having a character named Holocaust that is Jewish. Either one of those, kind of weird. And I don't think is a good look. But they're going back calling him Holocaust because apparently honestly, that's kind of his name, and it's kind of what he's best known for being, but whatever, I don't care. Oh, never mind. I misread this. Okay. I'm not getting paid by Amazon. Cool. Next, Carter, did you have any? I know you're not as familiar with the lineup, but would there be something you would be interested in seeing?
Honestly,
just based on what you saw from the Milestone
I'm probably gonna get a lot of. I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this, but I don't want. I don't want to see a static series.
Okay.
I don't think, even with the new status quo that we have, I wouldn't want to see a static series.
Mm-hmm.
I would, with Icon and Rocket being the book I wanted, probably go Hardware. Hardware. I butchered his fucking name already. Just because if it's something that I've never seen before, I think that would be something that would be more something that would have to grab me, and I think they know that that's a character that not a lot of people know, so I think they put their best foot forward.
Well, that Black Superman, or not Black Superman, but Black Iron Man.
Pretty much, and I think they know that they would have to put their own spin on it, so they'd have to put their own spin on it just to grab people, to keep people constantly watching this series. So that would be the one I'd go more toward, because I know fuck all about it.
Mm-hmm. Now, that said, Dan the Man with the $2 super that says, I've been said Wanda wasn't right since Ultron. I mean, honestly, she really hadn't been.
Right.
I mean, her brother died.
She getting piped out by basically a sentient vibrator, because he ain't got nothing down there.
Who is based off the dude who is kind of slick responsible. Actually, no, is responsible for killing her brother. Think about that. Vision's brainwaves are patterned.
Two and two together.
Yeah, Vision's brainwaves are patterned after Ultron, in part. So there you go. Think about it.
And I put two and two. I didn't think about that part. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Carter, what do you got going on this day? You got anything going on, Kemp?
I don't. I'm probably gonna stream here a little bit later on.
Are you gonna play more Jedi?
I don't think so, because what I'm starting to see with Jedi Fallen Order is, even though I got it on the hardest difficulty, that game is fuck all easy.
It's easy until you get to the final boss. That's it. The final boss. The final boss is a little tricky. She's not even so much difficult. She's beatable.
Yeah.
But she has some crazy patterns, is what I'm saying. Beyond that, yeah. The game is dumb easy. It's only hard. Okay, you want to know why people said it was hard? Because it was a Jedi, it was a Star Wars game, and people aren't used to playing games. There were people who aren't used to playing games like Dark Souls. And even though the game is kind of trying to be Dark Souls, it's not a good version of Dark Souls. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It is not. It is really not a good version of Dark Souls. No. I might keep it moving on.
Turn on that goddamn Bloodborne.
That would require me to blow the dust off of this PS4 that I'm looking at right now, man.
Don't do it then. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh no, I'm thinking about going more, like, continuing on that Persona 5 Strikers, even though I never played Persona 5.
Man, if you don't boot up a copy of Persona 5 right now.
Man, I might go ahead and go snatch one. Shit, I was gonna ask you, maybe, I don't know, like, I might get some food in me and change my mind, but I don't know. You feel like killing some dinosaurs?
I mean, I'm always down to kill dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
They did put out an update. They did just put out an update.
Okay.
Yeah, they did just put out an update.
But yeah, I am going to be live on Twitch later today just to get back into that swing of things. And I'm going to start putting the streams on YouTube. For those people that don't want to go to Twitch, you can just watch the restreams there until I figure out what the fuck I want to do with my YouTube, because I don't know what I want to do with my YouTube.
That is fair.
You know, Shit. At one point, I did think my YouTube was just going to be the DC shit Ernie didn't want to do because he don't like talking about DC shit. So that was going to be a part of my channel on YouTube for a minute there. But the best thing I can tell you is that I'm going to be live on Twitch in a little bit. I'm going to be doing something. Oh, see, now he copying me because I did that shit with Wonder Woman. Get your ass back, bro. Why are people always copying me? First, you want a damn assistant because I got an assistant. Now you try and take my Wonder Woman shit.
I'm just saying.
I hope you drop that shit in your food.
I almost did. I almost died. Anyway, okay. Oh, did you see that game? Do you see the demo for that game? Was Outriders?
I saw the demo. I didn't download it though.
Oh man,
is it still? I don't know if it's still up.
I think it is. All I will say is that game got way too much shaky cam.
Ugh, see, nah.
I hope they put an option on that motherfucker
have been making
to
me
turn
motion
it off.
sick.
Yeah, no, the demo, you can still download the demo.
Yeah,
it's on Steam. But Jesus Christ, I am going to almost choke to death. Anyways, let's keep it moving, and we're gonna get up out of here. I will be back on Twitch probably tomorrow, Sunday night, maybe, possibly, maybe. For a stream. I haven't decided yet. I technically may have a prior engagement. Yeah. We'll see what's going on there. But follow me on Twitter because that's the best way to know if I go live or be a part of the Discord. That is one way to do it. But anyways, that said,
did we play Neo 2? No, we played Bloodborne out in these streets, sir. No, thank you, sir.
Yeah, we play good games.
Cool. Wow, I didn't say that. That was all him.
I hate Neo. Neo is such a...
I'm not saying that.
I do not like Neo. Sorry. I probably shouldn't say that, but I'm just saying. I don't care for it. No, I'm good. But anyways, I will be moving on along. So to the lovers, love you. The haters, fuck you. And I will see you guys next time.
Wow.
We out. Peace.